No, that was fantastic. So anyways, Corporate wants a part 2, and I'm actually down, but you guys gotta let us know, because I mean, look at the sub count versus the view count. It's like y'all don't really love it, you know, and we want to make sure you guys love it, because we love you. So enjoy this next installment, because, I mean, it's Left 4 Dead with mods. Anyways, let's crash out.
So before we start, I want y'all to know I only had 1 bullet left this whole game.
What? Green! What I said about having my money, motherfucker! You ain't getting away. You ain't getting. Don't let him get away. Do not let him. Do not let him. There we go. Oh!
How you managed to do that?
Damn!
Damn!
Was making them out you.
Damn.
You saw
Climbing on your ass.
Green guy.
All day.
Green guy. Oh no! Wrong green guy.
Oh God! Why he
Hit him!
me zoom
Hit him!
so quick?
Hit him! Hit him!
Sorry,
Okay,
was that the wrong guy? No, I beat it.
I need. Where is it? I told you your ass wasn't safe. Come on.
Damn! Sonic, run, nigga! Come on!
What is going on?
Be the fastest alive!
Come on, kill me, I'm here!
What is happening?
You gonna have my money, ho. You gonna have my money, ho. You gonna have my money, ho.
He's running! He's running!
Yeah. You gonna have my money, ho.
Who the fuck is this?
I want it by Friday.
Wait, with me, guys. I'm checking the ring box.
Oh no, I also see Shaggy in the forward.
My baby.
Right next on me! What about? I got him. There you go.
Shaggy's up on the hill.
I know what that is. Where you at, Tylone?
Oh!
Yeah! Someone's got me! No! I'm sorry! I didn't mean to sell you 1.5! I swear to God, I didn't mean to sell you 1.5! Come on!
Crazy.
Let me grab my leg.
Damn it! Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
It's gas! It's gas!
I've been mixed swinging from home. Damn! I'm looking at him. Oh, I'm chasing him down. Go be with your daughter, nigga. Oh, all right. Okay, thank goodness.
Where you at? Hold
Give
up.
him his damn grenade launcher back.
Motherfucker.
I'm mad because I know for a fact my bullet hit. That's the crazy part.
And a Shaggy?
Ah! Damn it!
Oh no! The starter's down!
Help me!
Damn!
You right? Wait.
I panicked!
I'm sure you'll be fine.
Get away from
Why
me!
he windmilling like that? Hold on.
He's fat boy windmilling! Help me!
What are you doing in my swamp?
Yeah, he was gonna come for your ass eventually.
I said help me, not watch.
You right?
Motherfucker, my name is Knuckles the Kid. Y'all not gonna treat me like a little asshole.
Oh no! Jockey, he's trying to mount. Don't let him position up. Where'd he go? What did I just say? Bitch? Stairs. Where a jockey is. Beat him! I brought him to you! Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. You wanna heal tails now?
No need.
So don't get mad at me. I forgot to.
Oh no. Shaggy's somewhere, bro.
Oh God.
Oh. Damn it. It was too close. It was too close.
My ass, my biscuit. I mean, man, handle my stoner. Help me.
Whew. You did it too close.
Sorry.
Why do we have?
Giving her explosives.
Why do we have bad throwing arms? I'm finna make it rain on these hoes. I put my brain on these hoes. I ain't playing strange with these hoes. Yeah. Money.
Bitch, why are you separating me, Jimmy?
Hello there.
Oh no. Boomer down there.
I'm afraid to walk across.
Woo.
Cause you know I can't. You know I don't do well on platforms.
Squish, hurry up.
Wait,
On it.
look how he looking.
Damn, why you get your legs in a figure four? God damn.
Why are both of them figure fouring?
That's crazy.
It's like a beautiful ice skating routine. My God. We shall title this one Unhealthy Bitches.
Yummy, wait a second. Motherfucker.
Gotta make it for the team. Jesus! Stop coming!
That's perfect. As long as you did you go.
I got the.
No. Oh, I'm getting stomped out.
You
Man's just busting the cha-cha up on the tank barrels.
Sorry, Tessa. Ah, shit, we gotta get gas cans.
Not ready for this.
Time to get ready. Oh. Defend yourself, Squish. Defend yourself. Someone defend me.
I'm dead.
Oh, somebody activated.
Wait, my fault. I didn't mean to.
Oh no.
My
Oh
horse got
no.
alerted.
Oh no. I'm getting tongue-a-winged. Never mind, I'm good. I'm okay.
You good, Yami?
I'm okay. Nishi, Hunter on us.
Ah, damn it!
Yes. I defend
That's
you.
tragic. I literally just healed too.
What?
Thanks for the way you guys.
That's made mad.
Just healed.
I literally just healed too.
There's two?
Two? My baby.
Samurai Master Sword.
There we go. Alright, so there's two.
You are no match for my Bushido. Smoker's toast.
There's one more.
I'm looking at the last one, but it's
No.
all the way back here.
One. I have three on me. Where that last one at? Where that last one at?
I got it in my hands.
You can't?
I am mad fast right now. Up.
Jump, shit.
Ah! It's on me. Behind you, Genma. All right. Ah!
Come on, gang.
To the vehicle. E. Oh, okay. I pressed E. Ah!
Hey.
Yo, it took us 400 times.
Y'all really seem to love the last Left 4 Dead that we did. Look at the views on that. That was fantastic. So anyways, Corporate wants a part 2, and I'm actually down, but you guys gotta let us know, because I mean, look at the sub count versus the view count. It's like y'all don't really love it, you know? And we wanna make sure you guys love it, because we love you. So enjoy this next installment, because, I mean, it's Left 4 Dead with mods. Anyways, let's crash out.
So before we start, I want y'all to know I only have one bullet left this whole game.
What? Green! What I said about having my money, motherfucker. You ain't getting away. You ain't getting. Don't let him get away. Do not let him. Do not let him. There we go. Oh!
How you managed to do that?
Damn!
Damn!
Was making
Why
the
you making your
fuck out
shit?
you.
Gosh, damn.
You so
Fuck platinum on your ass.
Green guy.
All Diddy.
Green guy.
Sorry.
Oh no, wrong green guy.
Ouch.
Oh God! Why he
Beat him.
been zoom
Beat him.
so quick?
Beat him. Beat him.
Sorry,
Okay, we
that's
got
the wrong guy. No, I cheated.
I need. Where is it?
Over here.
I told you your ass wasn't safe.
Dash.
Damn. Sonic, run, nigga. Come on.
What is going on?
Be the fastest alive.
Come on, kill me. I'm here.
What is happening?
You gonna have my money, ho. You gonna have my money, ho. You gonna have my money, ho.
He's running. He's running.
Yeah. You gonna have my money, ho.
Who the fuck is this?
I want it by Friday.
Wait with me, guys. I'm checking the ring box.
Oh no. I also see Shaggy in the forward.
My baby.
Right next on me. What about?
Help me.
I got him. There you go.
Shaggy's up on the hill.
I know what that is. Where you at, Tylone?
Oh.
Yeah. Someone's got me. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to show you 1.5. I swear to God, I didn't mean to show you 1.5. Come on.
Crazy.
Come on.
Damn it. Ain't no way. Ain't no way.
It's gas. It's gas.
What's up, Ruby Eyes Ass? What's up, everybody else who's in the chat? How y'all doing tonight? Sorry I started a little bit late. I was tired from work and I was handling some things for my day job because I like eating food and I have to stay at that day job until we blow up and we become the greatest content group in the world. But how y'all feeling tonight? Y'all know we back home. We here. We about to get to some more Ace Attorney. Last time we pulled up at the, what's it, the spiritual, no, what's it called? I forgot the name of the camp. But we basically, Maya and Sweet Little Pearls basically pulled us into a spiritual retreat so they can harness and, you know, basically upgrade Maya's spiritual power so that way she can be ready to take over as the master. When we got there, we were very hesitant to go until we saw a very suspicious person in the photo who kind of looked like our ex-girlfriend who tried to frame us for murder. So us being inquisitive as we are, we decided to go to the spiritual retreat and check to see if it truly was her, Delilah Hawthorne. You saying, baby? He's a kid. But before we can find anything out, we had to eat dinner first. And after dinner, we apparently saw and met a book author named, what was her name? Dang, what was her name? It's been a while since I played it. Jesus Christ. Basically, we met a book author, a child book author, which I highly suspect was Maya's mom. I don't know why. I just feel like it was, but I'm not sure if that theory was correct or not. Misty Faye. But unfortunately, we'll never find out because she was murdered last night, and our main suspect is the girl who we think also may be Delilah Hawthorne, or Iris as she calls herself now. But while that we found the murder, thanks to Miss Bikini, Sister Bikini, the head nun in charge of the spiritual retreat, she told us to go call the police. The bridge that led to a secret training ground where she was supposed to be training with Maya all night was lit on fire. Us being worried about Maya, we rushed over the bridge and fell 40 feet deep into a motherfucking river. Y'all believe that shit? So now we in the hospital. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Ruby Eyes, you missed a lot, buddy. But don't worry, we're gonna get back into it. But now, we're in the hospital, so we've given the case to handle of defending Iris, or Delilah as I suspect that she is, over to Miles Edgeworth. So right now we are playing as the prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth. And right now we're gonna go into our first day of court after coaxing some information out of our, unfortunately, simp and woman-obsessed friend, Larry Butts. Oh, I'm sorry, Laurice, as he likes to be called now, since he became the student of the now deceased author. So let's get back into it. Last time people were being killed and possessed, and there was a very stupid girl. I ain't gonna lie, Ruby Eyed, you gotta be more to, you gotta fucking narrow it down a little bit. Do you know how many stupid girls and how many people have been possessed in this series since we've been playing? I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a lot. All right, let's see here. We're in the case. All right. February 9th, 9:47 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 1. Oh my, Mr. Dolores feels that way about me? I mean, it wasn't obvious to you? literally, he was obsessed with you. Like, he literally went to the shack that was below the bridge where Phoenix fell and like wrote a whole, like painted a whole mural, that's what the word I'm looking for, a whole mural of you and him. Yeah, okay, maybe you didn't see that part. Apparently. He isn't aware of your real secret at all. There's no time to be embarrassed. I'm sorry. I'm just hardly accustomed to that sort of thing. Lie again. Worry not. In any case, whatever it was that he saw on that night of the incident, mark my words, I will drag it out of him. Does that mean Mr. Larice is the witness today? More than likely. Oh, wait, he's not? Holy shit. No. I believe that none will be the first to take the stand. Oh yeah, Sister Bikini. Sister Bikini? She claims to have seen the very incident in which you carried out the crime. I just want to ask you one last time. It really wasn't you who killed Miss Elise Dusnam. That's why I didn't remember her fucking name, because her last name was so hard to pronounce. Donim, Dusnam. I know I'm butchering the hell out of it. I'm gonna call her Miss D. At least D. There we go. D. Correct? That is correct. It wasn't me. Very well then. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes? You are a prosecutor, aren't you? That is correct. Are you sure about this? If your true identity is revealed... Once again, this is the same courtroom that let a man who looks absolutely nothing like Phoenix Wright come in with a red suit, or at least no, he came in with a fake blue suit and a cardboard badge. Didn't talk like me, didn't act like me. The only thing that we kind of shared was the hair. Nothing else. And they believed that man was me, allowed that man to basically be a defense attorney for a client in this court of law, and then also had an official verdict for this client. A guilty verdict for this client, mind you. I'm pretty sure there's no way they're gonna know I'm defending you. And if they do, I call bullshit. Don't worry. I made the necessary arrangements. I see. Iris, it's a prosecutor's job to doubt people. But right now, I'm a defense attorney. A defense attorney's job is to believe in people. And to believe until the bitter end. That's what my friend told me once. Mr. Edgeworth, I simply ask that you watch and decide for yourself whether or not I am fit to do the task that I've been entrusted. Very well, sir. I leave my defense in your capable hands. It's so weird because we're not going to have like Maya or anything in there. February 9th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 7. Court is now in session for the trial of Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The defense does indeed appear to be ready. However, the same cannot be said for the prosecution in this case. Indeed. I'm not sure I like such a blatant waste of this court's time. An empty prosecutor's chair can only mean that the prosecutor has no confidence in their ability to prove their case. You've seen this case is already over before it had a chance to begin. I'm ready to announce my verdict at this time. This court's find the defendant.
Objection!
Ain't no fucking way. It's Francisca? We're going up against Francisca? Oh, the brother v sister. The brother v sister courtroom brawl. This would be like if Squishy and Yame were going at each other. Well, except Squishy doesn't whip people and Yame is not emo. Is the prosecution stance ready? And you are? Franziska von Karma. Prosecuting prodigy. Von Karma, you say? Perchance, you wouldn't be of any relation to the legendary prosecutor Manfred von Karma. Legends are a thing of the past. I am a Von Karma, that is all. Upon a special request, I flew in today for the purposes of prosecuting this case. You did? Then you must be quite a big shot, eh? By the way, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. I am almost certain that I've seen you somewhere before. Or am I just imagining things? You're imagining things. You're old and senile. You can't trust your eyes. Look very much like a prosecutor I met once. I believe you're imagining things, Your Honor. Ms. Von Connor, do you have anything to say? There is no such weakling as this man among those of the prosecutor's office. Wow. It's so crazy how fucking much of a tsundere she is. Because, like, she obviously cares for Edgeworth. Like, she does care. But, like, she just won't fucking admit it. There isn't? But I'm sure. Once before. In this courtroom. Ah! I told you. There is no such weakling. What is that? A whip? I'm not sure I care for such a thing in my courtroom. Bailiff, remove that whip. Hold it! I have no objection to the whip. Edgeworth, you sure? This will be the first time someone actually makes Von Karma, you know, not crash out and whip people when she doesn't get her way. You don't? The prosecution can wield a whip or even drink 17 cups of coffee. But there's still only one truth, and that is what I stand here to prove today. This promises to be interesting, Miles Edgeworth. And I expected to face Phoenix right here today. But looking at you now, maybe this is what I've been waiting for all this time. Miles Edgeworth, I will not allow this chance to crush you slip through my fingers. Ah, yeah, there she goes. You ain't worried. So you brought your flair for the histrionic. Let me add two things I'm not sure about. People act bizarrely in my court. The stage is set. Now continue with your proceedings, Your Honor. Very well, Ms. Von Karma. Please give an outline of this case. With a little less whipping as possible. With as little whipping as possible. The murder victim is famed book author Elise D. Ew. That's taking backshot to a whole different meaning. Her body was found in Hazakura Temple courtyard. She had been stabbed through the torso by a ceremonial sword from a golden statue. The sword in this picture is the weapon in question, correct? Very well. The court accepts this photo of crime. The court accepts this photo of the crime scene. Okay. There is no mistake. This was the doing of Sister Iris. After all, there was a witness to her crime. Very well. Please bring this witness to the stand. And so it begins. My first and last trial as a defense attorney. Edgeworth's always so direct. Damn, you small. Can we get the witness a booster seat? A step stool? Step ladder? A knee surgery? Shit. Yo, Baron, what's up, my dude? Witness, state your name and occupation, please. Hold on here. I'm not sure about being not sure if I care for this at all. Witness, please stand up nice and straight. If I recall correctly, there are a few milk crates in the defendant's lobby for our back pain plagued witness. I mean, it's not really the back pain that's fucking tweaking, but good. Why are you tweaking, gang? You up on caffeine? Bailiff, fetch a crate for this poor lady, please. Ah, there we go. Once again, your name and occupation, please. Talking in a good way? Tweaking in a good way? Alright, bet. Little me? Well, I'm the head nun of Hazakura Temple of Eagle Mountain. My name is Bikini. You got it? Bikini. Nice to meet everyone. But you don't appear to be wearing a bikini right now. Ah! The courtroom is the garden of holy judgment. Those with lechery in their hearts should leave this sanctuary at once. Wow. So you were not here for any of Larry Butts' trials, were you? You want me to leave? Dang. Say so. Dang, I look not so good. Damn. Not like this, Venom. No need to get your bikinis in a twist. Let me tell you, I'm a sight to behold in the summer. Yeah, look at her cheeks jiggle. In any case, witness, I hear that you saw the crime take place on the night in question. That's right. I can still hardly believe it myself, to be honest. There's no way dear little Iris could do anything like that. Let us hear what you have to say then. First, tell us about your own movements that night, eh? No, for the A-ball can suck it. Venom said, I don't need this stupid A-ball. I believe in my own abilities, in my own hands. The night was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple. But, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. So, I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to Hazakura Temple. There's no bath in the inner temple, you see, and I need a long hot soak. Oh, thank you for the thwack, Sable. You got a big head? Yeah, you got big feet. Now shut up. I don't care if I lose. Hands high. Come here. All right, night, Sable. Thanks for stopping in, bro. It was after I had finished, just as I was heading back. That's when I saw it. So it was simply a coincidence that you found yourself returning to Hazakura Temple? Yes, you can say that. If my back hadn't been in so much pain, I would have stayed in at the inner temple. That sounds like a pretty important statement she just made. There's only one problem with this testimony that I can see. And you are not about to fall at first hurdle now, are you, Miles Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth, please begin your cross-examination. Alright, Miles, I hope you're ready. We're going to do this Phoenix Wright style, which means we're going to press everything. I keep stating Sable X for Blue Saber. Yeah, it happens a lot. They both have blue names, and they both have S-A-B-E in their name. One just has an L at the end, and the other one has an R. Then I was having an acolyte with the training and the inner temple, but, well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently.
Hold it!
Violently? That's right. It's no laughing matter, especially in the winter. I can't hold anything heavier than a knife in a fork during the cold months. Just being alive is still strict. Just being alive is like strict training. Yeah, look at the cheeks jiggle. On the night of the murder, was this fabulous back of yours hurting again? That's right, raging like a bull in a pig pen. I almost faded once or twice. I just knew that unless I warmed it up, it was going to finally finish me off. Oh, do we have anything? Current to me. On the main hall, dropped it. Has occurred 10% surrounding. Regional weather report for the night of the crime. Taken by her. Only people who reached that scene. Ringing the bell like at 10 p.m. until the murder was discovered. So let the Iris to help the acolyte and return to Hazakura Temple.
Hold it!
Left Iris to help? With what? What do you think? The acolyte's training, of course. It was just past 10 p.m., so we were starting to enter into the training exercise proper. It was just past 10 p.m. Hold on. Cause you told Iris to ring the bell at 10 p.m. Yeah, ringing lights out bell at 10 p.m. was then in her room until the murder was discovered. Wasn't it your place to remain with the disciple? Well, the job is simply to watch over the acolytes so that they don't pass away. I'm sorry, what? Well, then again, after seeing what's in that inner temple, basically all it is just a fucking cave, and they have to sit on the ice block in like -degree weather. Just to confirm this point again, that night, you met Iris in the inner temple, correct? Yes. She's a gentle, honest girl. She's never once failed to follow my directions. Oh no, wait. There's no bath in the temple, and I need a nice hot home soap. Hold on, wait. I wonder, because if that's the case, if she was just after 10 p.m. that they started to do this to focus on the training, at 10 p.m. Iris was ringing the bell, so she couldn't have been in the inner temple.
Objection!
Witnesses have to undergo their own trials, I'm afraid. The defendant's fate rests on their powers of observation and memory, after all. Well, don't worry. I'm more than up to the task. I am a woman of faith, after all. The head honcho of Hazakura Temple. In that case, Miss Honcho, I'd like you to explain something for me. The discrepancy between your testimony and that of the defendant, Iris. She claims that after ringing the lights out bell, she went back and stayed in her room. Which means she did not go to the inner temple at all. No, she said that. A defendant or a witness? Who is more likely to lie, do you suppose? The defendant is simply lying to cover her back.
Objection!
But that is completely illogical. The murder was committed in the courtyard of Hazakura Temple. Claiming that she went to the inner temple would make for a much better alibi. I got you there, French, Germany girl. Stunned in silence. But that is odd. Whatever the reason, I can't believe that she would lie. She does indeed have honest eyes. All people lie. That is my belief. Well then shit, you lying right now. By that logic right now, you are lying. The witnesses is lying, judge lying, you lying. Why am I the only one being whipped in here? I mean, because she actually cares about fucking, she actually cares about Miles, so that's probably why, for one. Anyway, neither the witness nor the defendant have any reason to lie. Which means, we must call your memory into question. Dear, you're older than me, yet you want to play that game, do you? Why she got serious? Well, that isn't exactly what my memory is perfect, crystal clear, especially in the winter. Then, I suppose, it's too early to end this cross-examination, eh? Mr. Edgeworth, if you are going to question the memory of this witness, you will need to show me more decisive piece of evidence. Understood, Your Honor. I was naive to think that alone would do the trick. Then please add your comments about Miss Iris to the testimony. And let us return to the cross-examination. That night I was having to acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but... well, as you can see, my back likes to act up violently. Iris came into the inner temple dressed exactly as she had been at dinner. Oh no, wait. How was she dressed?
Hold it!
Are you sure that you're not making a mistake? You, young man, need to get your estimation of me up from the floor. Iris always wears the same clothes. The smallest thing out of place would have stood out like a sore thumb to me. You're making a mistake. Thinking I made a mistake. And I should finish there, witness. Still, I have to wonder. There's no bath in the inner temple. What was she wearing? That's what I want to know. What was she wearing? She's wearing the same clothes, but like, was she wearing... the reason I'm asking is because, was she wearing the fucking hood? Because if she was not wearing the hood, then no, she was not dressed the same. Actually, no, if she was not wearing the hood, she was dressed the same. But if she was wearing a hood, she was not dressed the same. Which brings up a whole other problem.
Hold it!
So you returned to the Hazakura Temple in order to take a bath? My back is to blame for everything. It's a do or be done in kind of world after all. How long were you in the bath for, if you don't mind me asking? My, what a filthy little rogue you are. I know what's on your mind. Ma'am, I need you to get your mind out the gutter. I bet your next question is going to be, where exactly did you wash? Ew. Ma'am, I'm sorry, but you're built like a steamed dumpling. No, I'm also a married man. This is why you have to watch the young ones. What are you going on about? Ah! Pathetic, Miles Edgeworth. The lowest of the low. Is there some sort of kick me sign stuck to the defense bench? Nope, this is just what Phoenix has to go through every single day. For some goddamn reason, no one likes the defense attorneys. Hold on 1 second. Alright, Chad, I'm back. Anyway, I couldn't afford to be away from my pros for too long. You understand, so. It was after I finished, just as I was heading back, and that's when I saw it. Hold it! Ooh, snap, hiccups. This crime took place in the courtyard, correct? When you go from my room to the main hall, you have to take a winding hallway from which you can see the courtyard. That's right. In other words, it was a pure coincidence that the witness saw the crime taking place before her eyes. There was no complicated setup in this case. That certainly seems to be true. There's indeed only one problem with this testimony. If I can clearly point out what it is, then I can begin to quantify just how good this witness memory and observation skills are. But, as you can see, my backlight. I don't want to see what this one is. Hold it! What is this inner temple? Well, see, conversing with spirits is what we train people to do, right? We'll be the ones asking the questions, ma'am. We'll be the ones answering the questions, madam. In order to do that, a place strong in spiritual power is required. There's a small temple across the dusky bridge called Inner Temple. Acolytes will spend an entire night there undergoing intense training. How exactly do you help with this process? It is all quite exacting. It can't be performed without a nun supervising. Like a tutor, watching to make sure a spoiled child studies. A tutor with a whip, in your case. If that was the case, then why did you return to Hazakura Temple where the murder took place? Okay, so her back acts on violently. Iris came to the Inner Temple. She was dressed exactly as she'd always been at dinner. There's no bath in the Inner Temple, and I need the long hot soak. It was after I finished and just heading back, that's when I saw it. Receive before the lights out bill, not crime protection. Found in the main hall. Maybe she dropped it. Salutation here. There's something I must talk with you about. We're waiting for you tonight at Heavenly Hall. Make sure you come unless you want your secret to be exposed. Heavenly Hall, Hazakura Temple, Inner Temple, the bridge is out. Regional Road Report. Snow, the occasional lightning starts. Snow, 7 to approximately 10:50. Yeah, lightning to 10 to 11. Struck Dusty Bridge at 10:45. Around 30 minutes passed between the fire starter and going out. She didn't give us a time. She He gives the exact time, so I don't think I can use anything that is specifically time-based. She gives a lot of vague details. Taken by her pupil. Rain lights out at 10 p.m. was in her room to the room discovered. 10 to 11 p.m. cause of death, lost blood. Body fell, stabbed in the back, body fell 10 feet after death. Crime scene photo. I think we have to present here. Hold it! So the time for press in the courtyard. Yeah, I mean, go from my room to the main hall. You gotta take a winding hallway from which you can see the courtyard. Yeah. This frequents the real assault crime taking place in the garage. No complicated setup. Not this. Bag likes to act up violently. So you get into the she had. Hold it! Are you sure that you were not making a mistake? Also, where's the same club? The smallest thing out of place would have stood out to me like a sore thumb. Wait. If that's the wait, no. The smallest thing out of place would have stuck out like a sore thumb to me. How was she dressed at dinner? Did she have the hood? I can't fucking remember because, like, we did this Thursday. If that's the case, hold on. I wonder. Alice came to the temple dressed exactly as she had been at dinner. So I want to see, was she wearing the hood? Objection! Was she wearing the hood? Let's get one thing straight. The defendant whom you claim to have met, she was wearing this demon warding hood, correct? Of course. Oh, nope, we got her. We're good. That was it. Because I was wondering, like, she came exactly how she was dressed at dinner. If that's the case, if I remember correctly, she was wearing the hood at dinner, and then she gave... Yeah, no, because after dinner, she talked to Phoenix, and Phoenix tried to pry out if she was Delilah or not. And after that, she gave Phoenix the hood. Rilla, my dog, what's up? She gave Phoenix the hood to ward off spirits. And then she went to go ring the bell, I think. That is a very important piece of clothing, I'll have you know. Damn, look at them cheeks, too. Like booty cheeks. Wait a minute.
Objection!
Hold it right there. Why do you have that? Oh, because she gave it to Phoenix. That's the question of the day now, isn't it, Miss Von Karma? I'll have you know that this hood was given to someone as a gift that night. Before the lights out, Bill was wrong. What? You know where I'm going with this, don't you? If the witness has seen the defendant as she claims, then the iris she saw should have been missing this very hood. Well. It's not a bad feeling at all, I suppose, a contradiction like this. I don't understand that happy look on Wright's face every time he does it. Order in this court. Sister, this hood, you have a spare ones around the temple, don't you? Spares? Well, I do tend to make too many of them. I see. Stockpile. A surplus of hoods, eh? Each nun is only given one hood. This should be the only hood that Iris owns. Whoop. Then this is quite strange. Ah! If there was a surplus of hoods, then she could have worn one of those. There's no contradiction here. But she just said each nun is only given one. You can't just sit here and say, there's no contradiction here. There's a surplus. She could have still grabbed one from any point. While that may be true, either way, why didn't she notice that she was missing the hood in the first place? Actually, no, she couldn't have grabbed the hood because she said she was scared and she stayed in her room. Her testimony said it. I'm sorry to break this to you, Miss Von Karma, but you won't get away that easily. Discrepancies such as this will sow seeds in any human heart. The seeds of doubt. Witness? Well, I don't wish to call your testimony into doubt. You must give every detail with precision. I'm not sure I'm comfortable going along with this. Sister, you shall continue with your testimony. Tell us what you saw after finishing your bath, on your way back to the inner temple. You'll see the doubt sprouting in the judge's heart. They just need a little more stimulation to bear fruit. Contradictory stimulation. I finished my bath around 11, and I thought I should return to the inner temple. And as I was walking back, I heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look and Iris was, oh my mystic Elise. And with that sword of all things, Mystic Elise was staying in the corner room, which faces out onto the courtyard. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out of her window. Well, that tracks with the autopsy. She did say she fell 10 feet. You saw a truly terrible sight, didn't you? If I was in your place, then it would be very much like Miss Ron Karma whipping Mr. Edgeworth in two in court. And me seeing it all from this very chair. Or, well, something like that. This judge. His imagination is about as vivid and creative as Detective Gumshoes. I would look the fool if I commented on such foolishness. Anyway, this case is mine, Miles Edgeworth. How do you figure that? Calling everyone by their full name? Can't you do something about that habit of yours? You know, it's crazy, because technically, if I beat her here, right, that means she would have been like, oh, and what? Like, because all of the second game, we were whooping her ass, and that's like, what, 5 cases? 5 cases in the second game, or 4? Either way, 4 or 5 cases in the second game of us just fucking putting belt to ass in the courtroom with Phoenix. And then now, you basically have a clean record with Edgeworth, but if you lose to Edgeworth now, you basically gonna be either 0-5 or 0-6 in your court record, Miss So-Called Prodigy. How far is it from your room to the inner temple? Let me think a moment. About 20 minutes. On these stumps of mine, it's about 15 minutes to Dusky Bridge from Hazakura Temple. The inner temple is just beyond that bridge. Still, you never made it back there that night, did you? That's right. I was heading along the walkway toward the main hall. Okay, so it's about 20 minutes for her to get to... what's it called? So she took a bath at 11. Maybe she took a bath at a... Oh, wait. What did she say? I finished my bath around 11. So she got there, finished her bath around 11. And I was walking back and heard a noise from the courtyard. I took a look and... Hold it! You say you heard a noise. Thump. Just like that. Okay, so she heard Elise fall out of the window. That could be the sound of the victim falling. Could be. It's very quiet in the temple, you know. You can even hear the snow falling from the branches. Thump. Just like that. But then, couldn't this noise you have heard have been snow falling to the ground? I never thought of that. Well, I don't know what y'all laughing for. The next one to laugh gets a whipping. At this point, right, you should just have her get her whip away to the bailiff just so you can protect yourself, Judge. I didn't think you was gonna get punked out like the other one. Well, whatever the source of the sound, I looked over in the courtyard and it was Iris with the mixed sword. This is the second time that the witness has testified to seeing the defendant, but some doubt remains in these claims. Hey, just what does that mean? That means we don't trust you, huh? Just because you're a good-looking young man doesn't give you the right to, what, tell the facts? The murderer who stabbed the victim with the sword. Sister Bikini, try to recall exactly who it was you saw, as clearly as you can. Well, you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you. Oh, now that you mention it, there was something awfully strange about her. Something that's been bugging me all this time. Please, don't keep us in suspense. Her hood. Her hood? That's right. It's coming back to me. Iris, she wasn't wearing her hood. Ah, fuck. I thought something was out of place, but it all makes sense now, doesn't it? After all, she'd given that hood away to someone, right? Well, we've seemed to put ourselves in a pickle now. Huh. You dug your own grave, Miles Edgeworth. What do you say, Mr. Edgeworth? Is this testimony important? I mean, to be honest, every time we come into one of these, it's always important. It could be important because she could tell us the hair color. Because what I'm thinking is this: if she technically saw, if she says that she saw Iris heading towards the inner temple, like she says, right? It could be a thing where there's two instances where it's Delilah and Iris in two different things, right? And if that is the case, then it could be important to see, because she may say, well, what was her hair color? But then again, I don't know if they would ever bring up the hair color right now. I don't know if it's going to be important though. Okay, because the thing about it is, it's a 50-50 shot that I may get the hair color thing that I want. Because if it's the hair color thing, we can just show her, well, obviously that's not her because her hair color is this. So if you saw someone with a different hair color, I'm gonna say no for right now. It's not a question, it's only going to tear the wound open further. These statements are as useless as the investigation of a certain detective. There's no need to record them. Very well. Please continue your testimony. Plus, I think we can come back. Let's leave stay in the corner room, which faces the courtyard.
Hold it!
The room the victim was staying in overlooked the courtyard, correct? Which means the victim's room was on the second floor. No. Hazakura Temple is a single-story building, but it's built on like a slant. But the mountain itself slopes downward, yep. Which elevates the main gate side of the temple and the guest rooms in the back to about the height of a 2-story building. I see. And the victim was staying in one of these elevated rooms, correct? Yes, I should know. I'm the one who carried her things to her room, after all. I mean, shit, fucking Larry couldn't do that? Larry, you lazy bastard. The stabbing I saw must have occurred after she was pushed out her window.
Hold it!
What makes you so sure of all this? It's just like I told you earlier. I heard a noise from the courtyard, okay? Thump. Just like that. You're one smart sister, I'll give you that. The autopsy report states that the victim's body was covered in bruises, indicating a fall from around 10 feet high in height. The bruise of the runners was not mistaken then. Yep. I'm more than just a pretty face, especially in winter. I'm a woman of faith, after all. The head honcho of Hazakura Temple. There's only 2 of them working there. What's wrong, Miles Edwards? No snappy comeback remark? Just wait. When I pull this evidence out and fucking toast your ass again, I don't want to hear you biting on. I don't want to see you biting on your whip and fucking stammering. It doesn't feel like she's lying. This is a very powerful testimony too. She claims to have seen the incident in which the defendant stabbed the victim. There are only 2 things I can believe right now: my client Iris and my own abilities as a defense attorney. She in my bath around 11 and I thought I should return it in the temple. I was walking back and I heard a noise from the courtyard and I took a look and Iris was almost at least with a sword of all things. Staying in the corner room. Standing, I saw almost she pushed out of the window. I thought she was pushed out of the window. How did you know she was pushed out of the window? Hold on. Loss of blood from stabbing in the back. Body fell 10 feet after death. Wait. Stabbed in the back. Body fell 10 feet after death. So she was already dead. Yeah, she was already dead. Even though it says she had bruises, if she was already dead because the sword is what killed her, right? The apparent murder weapon has the victim's blood on it and has suspect's fingerprints.
Objection!
Orange eyes. Impressive logic. That's what I'd like to say anyway. Oh, please do. My brain is something else, especially in the winter. However, I think you're overlooking one thing. Ms. Von Karma, would you be so kind as to take another look at this autopsy report? The autopsy report? The victim did fall from a height of 10 feet. However, this fall was after she was killed. That's right. It says after death right there. The scene the witness claims to have seen is contradictory. If the defendant stabbed and killed the victim there in the courtyard, how did the victim then go on to take a 10-foot fall? Got her ass. Look at you. Order. The victim was killed and then fell. If that is the case, then the victim must have been killed in her room. Don't you agree? That's a logical conclusion. Yes, that's right. The victim must have been stabbed by the defendant in her own room. Okay, so then why, if that's the case, if she was stabbed in her own room, why take her to the courtyard? Why push her out the window to get stabbed in the courtyard? It would have been smarter to just kill her in her room, where no one had apparently heard her scream or anything else, and then just be surprised with everyone else when she woke up dead the morning. And she was then thrown out her window down the courtyard below. Why though? Why would the killer throw the dead body out of the window? You can't say it's to hide the body, because they made a whole spectacle of it. They stabbed her in the back with a sword.
Objection!
Were there any signs of a struggle with Miss Duxton's room? In Miss Duxton's room? She was stabbed with a sword. That would leave a blood stain, wouldn't you agree? Well, Ms. Von Karma, was there any blood? No traces of blood were found in the victim's room. So why are you whipping the judge? Cause you was wrong. The whip has just called traces of blood to be found on my glorious playoff beard. However, if there was no blood in the room, then you claim that. I'm sure that there's no need for me to go over this, as I'm sure Your Honor is well aware of when the stab wound produces that most blood. When it produces the most blood, is it after penetration? Very little blood is actually lost the moment the blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would have been lost from the body, that would be when the blade was removed. I mean, yeah, but then okay, so then what's her angle here? Is she saying that whoever the killer was, they stabbed her with the sword. They stabbed her with the sword, kept the sword in her, pushed her out of the window with the sword, and then what? Removed the sword and then removed the sword after she fell out of the window and landed in the courtyard, and then reinserted the sword to be caught by the fucking head nun? Because if that's your whole angle, man, that's stupid as hell. Indeed, with the weapon still in place, it acts like a lid on the wound. That's true. With the weapon still in the body, there wouldn't be much bleeding. A perfectly reasonable line of thinking. We have come to a conclusion. The victim was thrown out the window with the sword still in place. That don't make any sense though. Because why go get the sword from the statue? The sword was from the statue. Why remove the sword from the statue, walk it into the temple, go into the room, stab her with the sword, and then push her out of the window after you stabbed her to just then set it back up, her body back up near the statue to put the sword back in? That's doing too much. This removes all of the contradictions. No, it does not. Just because you say that shit does not make it true, Francisca. I'm sorry. Order, order, order. I must admit that this is a very probable version of events. I expect no less from Francisca von Karma. She locates and takes control of every vital point. No, she doesn't. She pulls shit out of her ass, just like her daddy. It seems that we need a clear testimony from the witness. Remove all suspicion on your part and tell us only the facts, please. What happened to the milk crate? Witness, please, remain standing on the crate. Don't go selling me short now. I mean, you is short. I can't even see you over the dialogue box. The weight of winter snow has bent me out of shape, especially my back and my mood. Sister, please, give us your testimony. I will give you a vigorous massage once we are finished here. With the whip? Kiki. Oh boy. Alright, alright. Further details. When I looked across the scene, the sword was already in place. Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise. I've never seen so much blood before. That's when I fainted. You can't blame me, can you? And when I woke, Mystic Amy was stabbing Mystic Elise through the back. Wait, hold on. So, you didn't see Iris stab Elise, but you did see the sword in Elise and fainted from seeing the blood. And then when you woke up later on, whenever the fuck that happened, someone had positioned the body to be in the statue. This confirms Miss Von Karma's theory. Von Karma strive for nothing but perfection. That's a fucking lie. Your daddy was imperfect. He was just cheating like fuck. You're not perfect. You were just cheating like fuck. In fact, y'all all lost a lot when it came to me. Putting together such facts is nothing for me. You should know that, Miles Edgeworth. Except for you didn't put in any facts. You just pulled shit out your ass. You just sat there and screamed, "Don't, nuh-uh. There's no contradictions here. Cause what if this happens?" It's all fucking conjecture and hearsay. Not even hearsay. It's just theories. What ifs? Perfection is an impossibility, Francisca von Karma. And I'm here to teach you just that. When I looked across the scene, the sword was already in place. Okay, so the sword was already in place. At that time, was the victim bleeding? Well, I was very shocked to be seeing all this, of course. So I'm not entirely sure. But I don't think I saw any blood, not then. I'm sure that you didn't. The weapon was acting as a plug in the wound. In any case, let's be clear on one very important thing. Did you actually see the incident in which the victim was stabbed? Thinking about it now, I didn't actually see her stab Mystic Elise. So then why did you fucking say it was Iris? Think carefully, this is very important. It's Iris we're talking about here. I'm thinking for all I'm worth. No, when I looked over, the sword was already in Mystic Elise's body. So then how the hell are we gonna sit here and say that Elise was there? She didn't see anybody. It might not be conclusive, but this testimony supports her theory. The victim was stabbed in her room and then dropped into the courtyard. I think this proves it rather well, Miles Edgeworth. I've never seen so much blood before. Hold it! So you're saying that you saw the victim's blood? That's right. Some of it has splattered onto Iris too. Wait. You just said You just said you didn't see Iris. And you also just said you didn't see any blood because the sword was already there. So now which is it now? Did you see Iris put the sword in the bitch outside? Or was the sword already in Elise? And Iris wasn't there? When the defendant was arrested, she was meditating in her room. And her blood flecked clothing was neatly folded in the corner. What? The clothes were blood flecked as well? That seems quite conclusive to me. What should I do? Press this point further? No, because I want to know about pressing this further. Because in her previous testimony, she said she didn't see Iris. Going back to your previous statement, you said you saw a little bleeding when the victim was stabbed. But now you say you saw the victim bleeding? Well, I say that what I saw is what I saw. What did you see? Maybe I didn't see the poor woman get stabbed, but I saw the girl pull the sword out of her, plain as day. Pulling the sword out? Well, it wasn't exactly pulling. It was more like it came out. Witness, you will add this to your testimony. Oh, was that important? Shit, yeah, Miss Bikini, it was important. More important than you could imagine. I saw the instant in which the blade was plunged into the. I saw the instant in which the blade plunged into the hilt and was smoothly drawn out. It was plunged into the hilt. Hold it! Smoothly, you say? You're saying you saw the sword smoothly slide out? That's right. The whole thing happened right next to the gold statue of Mystic Amy. This was on the ground and Iris was stooped over her. The sword was buried up to the hilt. When Iris stood up, the sword in her hand just slid out of Mystic Elise's body. It slid out from that gaping wound. It goes without saying that if the sword was removed, there would be bleeding. Nothing out of place here. Is that really the case? I can help but feel that something about this testimony is very out of place. That's something which couldn't possibly have happened. Appears to have happened. No. I saw the instant in which the blade was plunged into the hilt and was smoothly drawn out. Nah, ain't no way that shit was smoothly drawn out. This is not smoothly coming out of someone's body. I'm sorry. This is tearing some shit up in your insides. Like her guts got rearranged as that sword was going in and out. Pause. Like that's nah. Fuck all that shit. I don't believe you. I don't believe that. That's cap. Susan Bikini, you're a reliable witness. At least I like to think so. But there are too many contradictions here. What do you mean? You make it sound as though I'm a liar. I mean, you basically are. But you're a handsome young man, so I'll forgive you. See, now if this was fucking Phoenix, she would have called him everything but a child of God. Or child of Buddha in this case, I guess. What contradictions are you talking about? In the scene that the witness claims to have seen, the weapon is thrust up to the hilt into the victim. Furthermore, the killer withdrew the weapon smoothly from the body. However, both of these are complete impossibilities. What do you mean? Please explain. Explain yourself. He was about to say that. Damn. Give him a second. Shit. You are not the judge, Francisca. To start with, do you think it would be possible to stab someone with the hilt of this? No matter how I look at the defendant, she doesn't appear strong enough for that. Objection! Doesn't appear. What a meaningless dribble. I too may appear to be weak and frail, but I can crush men under my heel and make them weep should I choose to. I don't know, cause without that whip, I feel like most people could like take you. And then also I feel like, right, again, without that whip, if you was like go head to head with someone who was really trying to mess with you, like unguarded from the last game, I feel like he could probably take you. I don't know. The objection stands. I whipped a little back there, I must admit. Objection! that isn't the only issue here. If this sword was truly stabbed into the body, up to the hilt, well, just look at all the branches on it. It certainly wouldn't come out smoothly. That's the truth. It would be hard to just pull this out smoothly. It's not like it's a straight sword or a katana or some shit where there's no edges or anything else. This is basically like a serrated edge blade on extreme. We also have the problem of the amount of bleeding. It's true that when the blade is left in the body, it acts as a plug of sorts. However, when the weapon is shaped like this, it's an entirely different story. Actually, yeah, if something like that was stabbed into somebody, shoot, if anything, it would probably cause more bleeding. The wound would be too large for the blade to completely stop the bleeding. That's nothing more than conjecture. No, that's exactly what would happen. Look at the fucking sword, ma'am. In reality, the victim was stabbed with a shinshisto. Even a weapon of this nature may still sometimes slide out smoothly and may still sometimes stop blood loss. That's conjecture. It may still and sometimes may do that. I'm not finished. There's still one more thing. One more conclusive contradiction. You still got more? This one is simple. If this sword really was thrust in all the way to the hilt, why isn't there blood all the way to the hilt? Why is there only blood at the tip of it? Forehead. If this witness is telling the truth, then there should be blood along the entire length of the sword. So about that perfection, Von Karma. Bravo, Miles Edgeworth. Raising this many contradictions from a single piece of evidence. All the other attorneys I know could be maybe managed one, if that. Phoenix would have did the same thing. But what does this all mean? It means she pulling shit out of her tight German ass. You're proving contradiction regarding the murder weapon, but having come this far, there can only be one answer. And that is, the weapon used to kill the victim was not the shinshisto. What? A foolishly foolish idea born from a foolish mind of a foolish-heartedly foolish fool. Damn, where's Batman Dad when you need him? He would have loved this. Let's examine this again. What was it that made us think this sword was the murder weapon? Well, it's because Mystic Ami was holding it. Exactly. However, if you reflect on this, that is the only basis we have to assume such a thing. The impression left by the scene was just too strong. That is what influenced us. It influenced us to believe that Shinshisto was the murder weapon. Order! So maybe Shinshisto was not the murder weapon. Even if that's the case, it changes nothing, Miles Edgeworth. No, it changes a lot, because if that's not the murder weapon, we didn't find the actual murder weapon, 1. 2, it changes out your whole, well, it doesn't really change your whole theory, but it at least also puts it into the thing of your credibility of your witness. Because once again, she said she's flip-flopping in stories. First, she saw Sister Iris stabbing Mystic Elise. Then she said she didn't. Then she said she saw no blood. Then she saw a lot of blood. At this point, we've basically shot all the credibility of your witness right now. So it does change a lot. So unless you have a backup witness somewhere, you're fighting an uphill battle, man. The sister here saw everything. No, she didn't. We just proved it. We don't know what she saw. Because she don't remember what the fuck she saw. Hell, she could have saw Freddy Krueger stabbing the bitch. We don't fucking know. She could have saw Chucky. She could have saw the Candyman. She could have saw Freddy Fazbear. She could have saw Barney. She could have saw fucking Bernie Mac. She could have saw any motherfucking body. She saw the defendant stab the victim with a sword-like object. Oh, now we just getting into vague territories. That's true. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth. If that is so, I would like the prosecution to answer the obvious question it raises. The obvious question? Yes, namely, where did the real murder weapon disappear to? Don't get silent on me now. Don't jerk off your whip. It goes without saying that the police searched the main hall and the surrounding area. Perhaps the prosecution can enlighten us as to if a sword-like object was found. That's a no. Answer the question, Miss Von Karma. That's a no. No evidence of that kind was found. Okay. Alright. Another mystery to throw on the pile. A trial without a murder weapon is a tricky beast. Excuse me, could I say something? I think you said enough. I just remembered something actually. Oh God, what'd you remember now? What is it, sister? I was just thinking, it's possible that just maybe what actually happened was, it was just over there. What exactly are you going on about here? The murder weapon, I mean. Maybe, I think I might know where the sword was disposed of. You what? Who's she with? Well then, I think we need to hear testimony from you one more time, sister. Impossible. What else? What else could this old woman have seen? Location of the weapon. I saw the murder at around 11 p.m. Okay, now she's giving out a definitive time. Okay, or at least a time frame. And after asking that it be reported, I went out to the main gate. And there, I saw tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used. It takes 15 minutes to walk to Dusky Bridge, but less than 5 using one of those. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was knocked out. Iris could have done that. She can drive a snowmobile after all. Please tell us everything you know right away next time. Well, I'm not in the best shape. But with my back and my age, you know. That don't mean shit. Your back ain't got nothing to do with your memory, ho. Quite. There were indeed snowmobile tracks in front of the main gate. Where did they lead to? Here's the photograph. A snowmobile, eh? I see. Well, it certainly is an interesting theory. There's also footprints, though. The tracks begin in front of Hazakura Temple, and run all the way to Dusky Bridge. That solves your pesky little problem, yes? The Eagle River's current is quite swift, meaning that it doesn't freeze over in the winter, making it the perfect place to dispose of the murder weapon. Except for, if that's the case, if she disposed of the murder weapon by throwing it into Eagle River, Larry would have saw it, because Larry was at the Heavenly Hall, which is that little shack right below where you can see the bridge clearly, because that's where Larry saw the lightning strike the bridge to set it on fire. So he also would have seen something fall into the river, or someone at the river throwing something. Did she really go to the river to dispose of the murder weapon? No, she didn't do that shit. Ms. Edgeworth, your cross-examination, please. Saw the murder on You were sure about the time? Yes, I was worried about it after all. How was that? Because I have a strong sense of responsibility, especially at this time of year. The acolyte was being doused in freezing water at the time. I couldn't very well take it easy in the bath all night now, could I? So at 11, I decided to leave Hazakura Temple. Your estimation of the time seems reliable, at least. Please continue, sister. After asking that it be recorded, I went to the main gate. That's when she fucking asked Phoenix to be there. And there were tracks. I saw tracks that indicated the snowmobile had been used. Hold it! As I recall, there was a snowmobile outside the main gate when I visited. That's it. That's the only one we have. Everyone, no matter how much snow falls. Now you're certain the snowmobile was there at the main gate when you arrived? Yes, of course. It was parked in front of the gate. So she had already gone and discarded the murder weapon and returned by that time. If that's the case, right? Okay. So if that's the case, why go through the trouble of pushing her out the window, or either way, why go through the trouble of bringing Elise out into the courtyard and then stabbing her with the sword? I'm not sure if this is really relevant. What should I do? I don't think it's relevant. I don't think it's relevant only because all she's basically gonna say, because she obviously doesn't know if that's actually what's happening. This is all in a theory. Even though I can sit here and say this would make no sense, this is still just a theory at the end of the day, and there's nothing to really be lying about, because she's just kind of speculating here. This real life snowball is related to this case. Can't help but to think that Iris used it. But for what? I better hold off on this for now. Well then, winners. How long does it take to reach the bridge by snowmobile? It takes about 15 minutes to walk this bridge. Let's find one of those. In that case, why didn't you use it yourself? You could have spared yourself some walking. There's a reason for that. Have we got a moment for me to explain? I think that's why the question was asked in the first place. It was about a month ago. I was driving my beloved little snowmobile, happy as can be. I had fetched some water and headed back when I went and crashed into a tree. The tree and my back both went crunch, just like that. Crunch. Ooh. Crunch. I haven't been able to find the courage to write anything since. Anyway, the killer must have used it. Maybe they threw the weapon into Eagle River and came back while I was not. Refresh your memory. How long were you knocked out for? Like I said, somewhere between 10 and 20 minutes. Damn. It's possible to get to the bridge and back in 10 minutes using the snowmobile. I have to concede that is more than enough time. Is that all you wish to concede, 2 miles at the work? Yes, don't get your fucking panties in a bunch, bitch. I just could have done that. She can drive the snowmobile after all. Maybe they threw the weapon and came back when I was away. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't look like the snowmobile was used, right? Because the main track here looks like someone drove it in and then parked it here. Like, there's no way they fucking backed this thing up like a juvenile rap video all the way out, right? There's no way they did this. This looks like someone came in and then fucking parked it here and it stayed here. But we do have these motherfucking footprints. So someone, and it looks like they're heading outwards. So someone probably more likely walked there. Because you did say also it takes about like what, 15 minutes? It takes 5 minutes by snowmobile, but it takes 15 minutes by walking. If that's the case, they could have walked there, be stupid, but also they probably did it because, if this is to be believed, they probably did it because they didn't think the snowmobile would be too obvious.
Objection!
I admit this photograph proves something. It proves that the snowmobile was used on the night of the murder. It does? Because it looked like you finally accepted the inevitable, it seems, Miles Edgeworth. However, if what the witness says is true, then why is there only one set of tracks? Yeah, see, yeah. Okay, so I wasn't crazy when I said like it only seems like they just drove up to the gate. What do you mean? Iris left Hazakura Temple, threw the weapon into the river, and then returned. If this was the case, then naturally there should be 2 sets of tracks in the snow. Those from heading out to the bridge and those from coming back. Ah, you're right. You're forgetting one thing, Miles Edgeworth. On the night of the murder, it was snowing. It wasn't snowing that hard that it would cover up. If that's the case, then why did it cover up the tracks heading out, but not the tracks coming back? Because if that's the case, right, it was still snowing when the cops were coming up there and everything. The tracks leading to the bridge were erased by the snowfall. This removes your precious contradiction now, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Prove that. Let's see. While she was at the river, the snow stopped, leaving just the return tracks in the snow. Is that true? Hold on, wait, no. What do you have to say now, Miles Edgeworth? Hold on, cause no, where's that weather report? It snowed from 7 to approximately 10:50. 10 to 11 p.m. 10 to approximately 11 p.m. it was lightning. So when she went to the bridge, it was 11. But that's the thing though. Sister Bikini said she finished her bath at, well, she did say around 11. So technically she could have meant this 10:50 mark. Wait, no, but even still, right? If the snow stopped around the time she stopped her bath around 11, and that's when she witnessed everything go down, that means everything that happened afterwards and her fainting had to happen all at least at 11 or after 11, which means the snow had already stopped, meaning that if the snowmobile had been used and they did get covered by snow like these two motherfuckers are saying, that means the snowmobile would have had to been used between 7 to approximately 10:50 and not after 11 when Miss Bikini fainted. Is there a flaw in her theory? The idea that the snowfall covered one set of tracks. No, there's a contradiction. There's a contradiction. The tracks to the river were covered by snow? What a nice theory. However, Miss Von Karma, that's impossible. Would you care to explain why there is a rude index finger currently pointing in my general direction? Because you be on that bullshit and you just pull stuff out of your ass like your punk ass daddy. No need. The evidence will do all the talking for me. On the night of the murder, the killing went to and returned from Dusky Bridge. In order to dispose of the murder weapon, the outgoing tracks were erased by snow. Or so claims Miss Von Karma. Mr. Edgeworth, present your evidence to the contrary, eh? Evidence that the outgoing tracks were not covered by snow. The weather report. Take that! Witness, please tell us again what time it was when you witnessed the crime. Like I said, it was around 11. Exactly. If it was around 11, even if she saw it around 10:50, the snow had already stopped by then. Of course, this means that the weapon was thrown away after that time, correct? On that note, please take a look at this data. It is the weather report from Eagle Mountain on the night of the murder. The weather report? Snow started to fall at 7 p.m., but it stopped at around 10:50. Yeah, the light bulbs are clicking, neurons are firing for a chat. Therefore, when the sister witnessed the crime at 11 p.m., the snow had already stopped falling. It is impossible for any tracks made after that time to have been covered up. Order. Very well then. It looks like Miss Von Karma's claim has been snowed in. It's too soon to be closing this trial due to snow. Don't get mad now because your own fucking little theory backfired on you. Miles Edgeworth, how pathetic of you to rely on the weather of all things. What do you mean? Bitch, were you not just relying on the weather right now? You were just relying on it, saying that that's the reason why there was no snowmobiles heading towards the bridge. Because the first set of tracks got snowed out. Fuck you. Answer me this thing. when is a weather report ever correct? I mean, they're usually handled by meteorologists who are usually good at their job, so I would assume they're at least more accurate than just saying some shit happened. No. You got it all wrong. This isn't a forecast. This is actual data. Forecast data. All weather reports have some inaccuracies. I mean, that may be true, but something from like an actual weather station where like people actually like meteorologists and everything else was probably more consistent than just like a weatherman saying we predict high rain showers in the mountains today. It may have still been snowing in the vicinity well past 11 p.m. That's true. We cannot totally be sure, eh? Okay, if that's the fucking case, we can't be totally sure that it also didn't stop. You see how I can just do that shit? I can just pull shit out my ass too. It stopped. I say it stopped at 10:50. She said it didn't stop at 10:50. We don't know. We can't go with data apparently. So let's just all go with guesses. Fuck it. I say it stopped at fucking 7. What? How did she pull that off? Cause it's bullshit. This courtroom is a sham, a fraud, a flim-flam. It has stopped snowing at Hazakura Temple when the murder took place. You need to provide conclusive evidence of this. I've come this far. There's no turning back now. Very well. I too cannot allow any doubt to remain concerning this testimony. Huh. You can't back down, can you? Such a perfectionist, Miles Edgeworth. Yeah, because unlike you, I actually have fucking evidence to back me up. So when I call myself a perfectionist, I can actually mean it. Very well then, Miles Edgeworth. Where's your evidence that the snow had already stopped falling when the victim was killed? No, where was it? Yeah, there we go. It's Elise. Because if it was snowing, her body would have been covered in snow. Ultimately, it all comes down to one point. That being, whether or not it was snowing in that courtyard when the victim was stabbed. That's right. But proving that is easy. Yep, incredibly easy. Get your whip ready. You're finna get mad and whip the judge again. If you want to know whether it was snowing or not, this photo will tell us everything. Of course, I'm referring to the photo of the crime scene. As you can see, everything is covered with snow, except for Elise. With just one exception. And that is, bitch, I know you can see. You don't got glasses like me, I know you can see. The victim herself, Miss Elise Ducknam. Why is there no snow on top of her? The answer is simple. It had stopped snowing when she was killed, that's why. In other words, if the killer really did go to Eagle River to dispose of the murder weapon, then in this photograph, there should be 2 sets of tracks. Yep, got her. You did all that yapping. You pulled out all that bullshit just to get proved wrong anyway. Just what are you suggesting, Miles Edgeworth? What I'm suggesting is that the snowmobile was not used to throw away the weapon. Either she didn't go to Eagle River at all, or she walked there. Because the only set of tracks we see going to the bridge is footprints. That's it. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure myself, but this is simply what all the facts point to. That night, someone used his snowmobile to leave Hazakura Temple. When the tracks left, it can be understood that they were heading for Dusty Bridge. At the time, it was still snowing. Of course it was, because those tracks were erased by the snow. Then when the person returned to Hazakura Temple, the snow had stopped. Thus, the return tracks remained. Can I say something? This all sounds a bit fishy to me. What does, sister? There is only one key for the snowmobile. Furthermore, on the night in question, we know that the defendant had it. The The key was found in her room after the murder, which could only mean that night Iris used the snowmobile to go to the inner temple. But Iris said that she never went there. I should probably press on this point some more when I get a chance. The snowmobile can't cross the suspension bridge, so she must have left it. She must have left it on the Hazakura side of the bridge and crossed on foot. That sounds right. But what's odd is when I left Iris and returned to Hazakura Temple, there was no snowmobile. I didn't see anything near the dusty bridge. You must have just failed to see it, sister. No. She has fucking infallible memory and eagle eyes apparently. No, if it ain't there, it ain't there. Don't fucking don't fucking doubt your witness now. Maybe, but when I made it back to Hazakura Temple, it was there by the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean. I know what I saw. It was covered in snow too, which means it had been there that entire time. But that isn't possible. Order in the court. What does this all mean? It means someone had to have taken the snowmobile earlier than when sister came back. That means either one thing. If Iris really did go to the inner temple to relieve her of her duty like she said she was going to, and she went back to across the bridge to go back to Hazakura Temple, that means someone else took the snowmobile. Which also means Iris must have left the key in that motherfucker. So then what was the snowmobile used for? It wasn't taken by the defendant when she went to the inner temple. If it had been, then the witness couldn't possibly have seen it by the gate. Furthermore, it wasn't used by the killer to dispose of the murder weapon. If that was the case, there should be two sets of tracks in this photo. All we know is this. After it stopped snowing, someone used the snowmobile to return to Hazakura Temple. I never thought a simple snowmobile could cause so much trouble. I think we learned all we can from this witness. Yes. I have nothing more to add. I've told you everything that I know. But then, that still leaves us with the same problem. If only there was someone, a witness who could testify to have seen the snowmobile. A witness, huh? Was there no one out walking, perhaps, near Dusky Bridge that night? I don't think that's likely. It was cold enough to freeze your ears off. Only an idiot would go out wandering like in that. An idiot, you say? He's not Babyworth. What's up, Corvus? No, he's not Babyworth anymore. He's grown man worth. Unless they had something really important to do. An idiot and had something really important to do? Why was I expecting Babyworth? Because you probably still thought we were on the flashback case, probably? That's a shame. Hold on. Something is coming to me. An idiot may well have gone wandering out on that subarctic night. Your Honor, actually, there just might be one individual who may be of help to us. Really? You know someone who might have seen the snowmobile on the night of the murder? I don't know for sure if he saw it or not, but there are two things about him that that do come to mind, which are, first, that he saw something incredible on the night of the murder. And the second being, he's an idiot. This individual that I'm thinking of went wandering outside on that cold night. In other words, he's our kind of idiot. I know just the idiot for this. Our number one favorite idiot, Larry Butts. This guy must be a product of Jean-Luc Deluxe's Guide to Obnoxious French Painting. This is Larry Butts, a disciple of the victim, at least the a student? Interesting. And why was he wandering about outside on the night of the murder? Because he was trying to paint a mural for a crush that was never going to get reciprocated? That's... Good tell him about his design for Iris, but it may cost us his credibility as a witness before I even call him. He is, after all, an artist. He was perhaps searching for something in the snowy scenery that would move him. although I cannot guarantee that this is the reason. And so this unfortunately unreliable looking man, what exactly was it that he saw? I don't know, call him in. I intend to extract that from him, right here in this courtroom. A boot. He's Canadian, Corvus. He's Canadian. A boot. Maple syrup. A boot. Summon this youth as a witness immediately. I have no choice, do I? Nope. I believe he is in the gallery for this trial. It will not take long to summon him. Very well. Motherfucker, you can't say extract from someone. What the fuck? Is this a blood test? Listen. He's going to extract the information. He's going to suck it out. He's going to suck it good. Larry? You may have escaped me yesterday. But today, I'm going to get everything out of you. Whoa, Edgeworth. Phrasing. The court will adjourn for a 20-minute break. Ms. Montgomery, please see to preparing the next witness. Understood, Your Honor. Good. Well then, court is now in recess. Whoa! Whoa there, buddy. Hold on. All right. Now, I hate this. I hate this so much. Nah, we'll go for a little bit longer. Fuck it. We'll see how fast this second part goes, and then we'll call it. Because even though I don't want to stay up too late because I got work in the morning, I also don't want to. I started late, so I want to stay on a little bit longer. February 9th, 11:15 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 1. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm not really sure what to say. Iris, we only have 20 minutes. Keep it brief. There are two things in which I need to ask you before we reconvene. Alright, I hope in any way I can. First, about the night. You really didn't go to the inner temple, correct? The last witness claims to have met you and talked with you in the training hall. Did she say talk with her? Either you or Sister Bikini is lying. Mr. Edgeworth, it is just as I said yesterday. Until the incident occurred, I was in my own room in Hazakura Temple. Very well. The second thing, then, that night, the temple snowmobile was used in between the time Sister Bikini and the return to the main hall and when she bore witness to the murder. Sometime between 10:30 and 11 p.m. that night. Were you the one who used the snowmobile? Don't lie to me. There was only one key for the snowmobile. The only person who could have used it was me. So it was you. But why? What made you go out to Dusky Bridge? I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. Ain't no fucking way you gonna do this. You're gonna do 5. Oh. You're gonna do this now? Ma'am, I don't think you understand. You're on trial for fucking murder. Not a jaywalking, not an overdue parking ticket. Murder. Capital 1. You're going to jail. Fuck, actually no, you're not going to jail. You're going to prison. Prison. Listen, whatever you're trying to hide from me is not worth going to prison over. And you're not getting out. It's murder. This is like first-degree murder. No accidental manslaughter, none of that shit. You are going down. What are you hiding? And why do you need 5 locks for it? I can't tell you about that yet. Young lady, I need you to understand I am your defense attorney. If there was ever a time to tell me about it, now would be the fucking time. Yet. Not until her safety is confirmed. Her safety. Bitches, you talking about Pearly? Bitch, do you know where Pearly is? Hold the fuck on. Don't tell me, did Pearly get kidnapped? Is Pearly being held hostage? Bitch, you better tell me. I'll take my belt off and whoop your ass right now. You ain't too old to get no goddamn whooping now. You better fucking tell me where my surrogate daughter is. Her. The safety of the acolyte. Acolyte? Huh? She must be talking about Maya. No. No. It can't be. Is it Maya? I mean, yeah, because the king's talking about the acolyte, but we don't know where Pearl is. We still haven't found Pearl, which is not enough people are freaking out about for me. I'm sorry. Iris, look me in the eye and tell me the truth. Did you kill Elise Dexton? No matter who or what may come, I could never take a life. As I thought, no sidewalks. Very well. It's my job to get to the truth. You'll discover this for yourself soon enough. February 9th, 11:36 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 7. Court will now reconvene. Ms. Von Karma, where is the witness? During the break, a man was detained for suspicious behavior in the gallery. Suspicious behavior? He was sketching something very intensely. Dare I ask what the witness was sketching when he was detained? He drew a terrifying woman armed with a demonic face and a vicious whip. I wonder who that could be. I can only presume that his intention was to capture. Anyway, it's time to drag this pathetic excuse for our artist before the court. Maurice Duxnam, I hope you're ready. Get in here. I'm seeing that the whip is going to see plenty more use today. She finna whip the shit out of Larry. Yep, it already began. Your sketch is in contempt of this court. Hey, ouch! You tried to run away from the bailiff who was trying to hand you your subpoena, correct? Look, I'm nothing but a fledgling artist in training out in the mountains. I'm only down here in the city because I ran out of green paint. Well, to use the technical term for the color viridian. Larry, this isn't an art store, now is it? I know. I graduated junior high, okay? Look, art is all about working in the fields, isn't it? Working in the fields? I presume he wanted to say field work, I hope. That's it. Thanks, buddy. It's kind of sad that I was able to understand his mangled train wreck of a sentence. I just happened to stop in here and found a wonderful new model. So see, I've got nothing to do with this trial at all. I expect all your faces to be red when you realize this mistake. Bright red. Or to use the technical term, Crimson Lake. Ouch! 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 Damn, she whooping the fuck out. Why is she at the judge? Stop your pathetic babbling and testify like a man. Oh shit, you heard. Refrain from whipping me, Miss Von Karma. Cross-whipping is as bad as cross-checking. Witness, that was all your fault. Testify now. This is too much for me. It's okay, Larry. It's alright, buddy. You'll be fine. You ain't gonna be fine. She finna beat the shit out of him. She finna whip him like 12 years a slave. I was at the lodge out in the mountains looking up at the stars that night. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. The girl I was waiting for didn't show up. My teacher died on me. I'm home alone now. Aren't I edgy? Witness, please refrain from talking directly to the lawyers during your testimony. I'm just nobody. Nothing but a small, worthless man, aren't I? And why wasn't I asked for my name and occupation, or anything else? Mr. Edgeworth, this man seems to have quite a severe inferiority complex. He's recently been the cause of numerous incidents. I think he's finally realized for himself just how much of a nuisance he has been to other people. Damn! I mean, you know, I ain't gonna say Larry's the best person, but shit. Yeah, that's right. I'm behind everything, every case. Watch out, okay? Just touching me will make you eternally unhappy. Well then, let's proceed with the cross-examination. With no touching, thank you. We'll delve into the other details at a later time. What I saw. I was at the lodge out in the mountains, looking up at the stars at night. I walked to the bridge a number of times, but I didn't see a snowmobile. I didn't see anyone at the bridge that night either. That's a lie. That's a lie. Hey, wait, hold on, nigga. No, you did see someone at the bridge because we saw you at the bridge. Phoenix, before we fucking fell 40 feet, we saw you because we had to, because before we went there to go call the police, bridge was on fire. We talked to you about it. We said, you go call the police because we had to run across the bridge to go save Maya. This nigga lying already. You know what? You know the fuck what. I'm sick of you already.
Objection!
Larry Butts, I can understand why you might want to throw your old life away. You're pretty pathetic, and you cause all sorts of trouble. I'm sorry. But having realized just how much of a nuisance you've been, that could be considered a step in the right direction. Edgy, are you trying to console me? It certainly doesn't sound that way to me. However, I cannot forgive you for simply turning away from the incidents you create. What? You're totally pinning this on me. Now then, let's talk about the night of the murder. Sister Bikini, after seeing the murder take place, asked Phoenix Wright to report it. Thus, he headed for the public phone by the bridge. There, he happened across a certain nefarious individual. You, Larry Butts. That's right. Me in the flesh. Listen carefully, witness. It doesn't matter if you change your name. So long as you remain pretty pathetic, you will continue to cause these incidents. That reality will not change. But, what do you want me to do then? Larry, what you need to do is change your inner self. But for now, what you saw that night, testifying truthfully about this one issue, is all I need from you. Edgy, I think I've finally woken up. Well, I guess I can still be sleeping. But anyway, I'll do it. I'll testify. Well, I'm not sure this will go especially well. I'll ask you then. Witness, what did you see on the night of the murder? Yo, AC, what up, my dude? How you doing, you handsome slab of beef? What I saw part 2 Electric Boogaloo. We went to the shack around 9, so it would have been around 10:30 p.m. I was lying under my bedding when I saw a white flash almost blinding me. I looked out the window, and the dusky bridge was on fire. There was still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out. That's when I ran into Nick. You certainly saw quite a lot, didn't you? So what happened to the bridge after it caught fire? It was like me after a 3-day stint chasing a girl. It totally burnt out. Like, almost totally gone. I mean, trying to cross the burning remains was what caused Nick to fall. What did you say? Oh, don't worry. It's nothing life-threatening. He just caught a cold. I never knew that I never know with that man if you should be called lucky or unlucky. Now, Mr. Edgeworth, please commence your cross-examination. Doing good, House Court? Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm surprised because I thought we were gonna be dealing with Prosecutor Godot, but Francisca came back. But as you know, as a current undefeated defense attorney, currently 11-0, I'm putting belt to ass. Her case is flimsy. Her whip weak. Check around now. 10 so we've been 10:30. Okay.
Hold it!
What did you do out there in the cold for an hour and a half? Well, if you really must know, I was being excited, I guess. Excited? Dare I even ask? I set the meeting time as 10 p.m., right? But I couldn't wait. And I thought she might come too early. Come early, too. Well, it appears she didn't come at all in the end. But you're used to that, aren't you, Larry? Because they never arranged to meet in the first place, did they? Shut up! Don't go picking my fond memories apart! Anyway, I was getting a little worried. I thought maybe Iris had lost her way. So every 20 minutes or so, I went out to the bridge. But I didn't see anything particularly suspicious. I didn't have anything else to do, so I went back to the shack to wait for her. was lying on my bedding when a white flash almost blinded me. I looked out the window and Dusky Bridge was on fire. There was still some thunder, but I went right away to check it out.
Hold it!
You said right away. But exactly how long after the strike was that? The lightning fell and the bridge caught on fire, maybe around 5 minutes? I mean, I suddenly thought, gotta go check this out. How far is this small shack? How far is this small shack you were from the bridge? Hold on, well, it had pretty much stopped snowing. I guess about a 5-minute walk. And how did Dusty Bridge look when you got there? Like I had recovered a piece of my childhood. I mean, not even the bonfires kids make during school camping trips could compare. Well, should I press them a little further in for more info? Alright, now, why didn't you call anyone? Why did you go to the bridge? We went to the bridge to go see why it was on fire. Why didn't you call? Oh, yeah, why did you call anyone? Larry, let me ask you one thing. What is it, Edgy? What's with the serious face? Why didn't you call anyone? Huh? What do you mean? Normally, when faced with a towering inferno, one would try and tell someone. There's a public phone right at Dusty Bridge, correct? Well, of course I thought of doing that. So then, let's hear why you didn't. Huh? Yeah, okay. A reason. My reason. It isn't that I didn't try to tell you what. I just didn't have time to, okay? Why didn't you have time to call someone? I arrived at the bridge and Nick showed up less than a minute later.
Hold it!
You claim to arrive at the bridge at the same time as right. Yeah. I thought I better tell someone about this. But then Nick came yelling about a murder. It totally made me forget about the bridge. The fire was pretty much out by then anyway. Bullshit. No, it wasn't. If the fire was pretty much out by then, Nick wouldn't have been able to cross. He wouldn't have never fell. What's this feeling? I suddenly have a terrible case of unease. It was after contacting the police that Phoenix Wright fell from the bridge, correct? Yeah, that's pretty much it, more or less. You told me about the burning bridge yesterday. There's still something that doesn't quite fit. It looks like, despite his change of heart, Larry still isn't telling us the whole truth. I'm telling you, I was lying on the bridge, blinding me, looked at the window, there's still some thunder, went to check right away. I arrived at the bridge and Nick showed up less than a minute later. Where is it? Yeah, this right here. Because the lightning was probably from 10 to 11. Lightning struck the Dusky Bridge at 10:45. Around 30 minutes passed between the fire starting and going out. So if that's the case, if he showed up as soon as it struck, right? Let's say as soon as he saw it, he heads out there immediately. Needless to say, I really like Odegaron. I got him, and I got his full armor, the dual blades, in under 10 minutes. Hey, nice, Ruby-Eyed. So how you like your Monster Hunter so far, Ruby-Eyed? Are you having fun? Are you hunting monsters? Are you putting belt to ass? I hope you are. I saw you saying that you was gonna catch up to Yami and Rhythm. 3 minutes. Or just got wilds last night. Hey, nice, nice. Welcome to Peak. I hope you enjoy it.
Objection!
Your very existence being a contradiction. I'm not sure if you can grasp this or not. Wait, what the hey, Edgy? You made me sound like some sort of alien. Not really an alien, just, you know, sort of a mistake that God created and then we all have to deal with. But your testimony is conclusively contradictory. The problem here is time. I've never been the best timekeeper, you know. 3 minutes after Billy leaves on foot, you follow him on your bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up to him? With him? Terrible at those. This is much more simple. You saw the lightning strike Dusky Bridge. and immediately went to see what happened. Is this correct? David said his whole existence is a contradiction. I mean, shit, you know? When you live life like Larry, you know, some people are going to say that. I mean, let's see. The first time we meet him, his first girlfriend gets unfortunately murdered, but also is cheating on him with multiple sugar daddies. The next girlfriend he has makes him sell hot dogs at a fucking kid show themed hot dog stand at a lake where a murder took place, and then broke up with him because she was cheating on him with another guy. Then he followed a girl all the way to Japan, broke up with her because he saw another girl that interested him, followed her back all the way to America to Hollywood, where she then dumped him for a Hollywood exec she was fucking on the side. And then now he tried to follow the current murder victim, Miss Elise, and try and change his whole way. She gets murdered. Iris doesn't accept his one-sided feelings at all. Basically ditched him. So yeah, you know what? Maybe he kind of is a walking contradiction. Yeah, well, I wasted about 5 minutes first, but more or less. Okay, so basically you left at 10:50. So that means you got there at 11, because if it was a 5-minute walk. Bro, whole life is like a jigsaw game. Yeah, pretty much. I have the weather data from the night of the murder here. According to this, the lightning fell at 10:45 p.m. You say it takes less than 5 minutes from the shack to Dusky Ridge. Meaning you probably got there around 11 p.m. That sounds about right, I guess. And then Nick showed up and did his falling act. That's impossible. What do you mean? 11 p.m. is when the murder occurred at Hazakura Temple. Thus, Wright was still there, in the courtyard. There was no way that Larry could have encountered him at the Dusty Bridge at the time. Excuse me, I have an objection. You do? Edgy, how many times do I have to say this? I'm not Larry. I'm Maurice It has not been proven that the murder occurred at 11 p.m. The sister only said around 11 p.m. In which case, it could have been earlier than that. Watch your footing here, Miss Francisca Von Karma. The slope already is slippery. For there's still no way that Wright could have been at Dusky Bridge at 11 p.m. And why not? It is clearly written here in the weather data report. It took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must have been burning until at least 11:15. Which means what exactly? Which means Larry did not take his ass out there immediately like he said, and probably waited more than 5 minutes. Wright did not see the bridge while it was being consumed by flames that night. In fact, he did not arrive on the scene until the flames had died down. Larry, you arrived at the bridge at 11 p.m. But Wright did not make it there until at least 11:15. I suggest you stop hiding things and just tell us the whole truth now. Then, what happened during those missing 15 minutes? Oop, got alert. Finally convinced my friend to get out of bed by bribing her with Full Metal Alchemist. Have fun, homie. You got this. Hey, thanks, AC. You have fun watching Full Metal Alchemist. Remember, equivalent exchange. And Shao Tucker's a bitch-ass nigga. I feel like I just got brutally woken up by a toilet splashback. I guess I was still sleeping after all. Order. So there was a missing 15 minutes prior to the meeting Phoenix Wright. I hardly see that as much of a problem. You don't see a missing lapse of time for a witness's testimony just unaccounted for. You, as a perfectionist prosecutor, don't see a problem with that. And this is why you lose every fucking case you ever be in. Yeah, not much of a problem at all. Shut up, Larry. Really? The bridge is burning before your eyes, and there's a phone right next to it. Why then did you not report the accident? Yes, witness, why didn't you? Either simply to watch the bridge burn? And therein lies the problem. For even after the bridge had burnt out, he was still there. Staring into space, this witness didn't even attempt to fulfill his civic duty. That's what it sounds like. But this is Larry we are talking about, and even he is incapable of being so stupid. Which means there has to be a reason for his inaction. Fess up, Larry. Edgy. I think it's about time I got serious with you, dude. Just as I thought. You've been playing with us all this time. Listen, I'm going to tell you everything. Are you sure you want to hear it all? Yes. I may really say it this time. Everything. Yeah. Then say it. Very well. I have a terribly bad feeling about this, however. As other witnesses finally give us the whole truth. Now, for this 15-minute gap, what were you doing, witness? Hey, a good long sword that goes with the armor now. Oh, you're gonna shoot. Then yeah, go ahead and get you a long sword. The older guy on long sword looks pretty good. Or if you can't, well, actually no, you gotta wait till you get up to the hunting rate to get the Lakiakar's gate sword. The Lakiakar's long sword looks dope as hell. It looks like a real katana. Still lurking Twitch. I ain't a bot. Oh yeah, because Twitch's whole fucking thing of if you lurk now, your views don't count. Fucking stupid shit. I'm a Jackson. I'm an artist. What do you think I was doing? Sketching in front of the bridge. I whipped out into a frenzy of art. The shock and the awe that I was feeling, I transferred it all directly onto the page. Before I realized it, the flames had gone out, and then he came running up. I suppose artists can be strange folks. That's right. I'm willing to sacrifice everything in order to draw the perfect sketch, including the truth from the sound of it. Mr. Edgeworth, has this removed the last of your doubts? Not at all, Your Honor. One very large doubt still remains. And what would that be? This is a surprisingly believable story, especially considering the source. So why did he think he needed to hide it from us until now? I intend to drive the reason out of him. You regret this, Edgy? What do you mean by that? I'm remaining longsword and dual blades right now. Nice picks. Not bad picks at all. If you get really good with fucking longsword, if you get them parry timings down and those cross counters, woo, boy, you're gonna be saucy. And then shit, dual blades, they come in with a free dodge, so you know, shit, you be alright. What do you think I was doing? Sketching in front of the bridge. I went down to the art frenzy of art. Sketching the burning bridge. The burning bridge and everything that came with it. What came with it? You want to hear this from my lips, do you, Edgy? You'll regret this. That sketch of mine is enough. Just take the ridiculous sketch of yours out already, witness. Yeah, whip it out, Larry. Wait a minute. What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. That doesn't appear to be the fastest solution. I'll leave it to you, Mr. Edgeworth. What should I do? I got a terrible feeling about this. I got a terrible feeling that the instant this sketch is revealed, the entire world may be changed by what is depicted on there. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Like, what's the worst that can happen? It's Larry. Larry, I wonder if you could show us your sketch, please. Well. Even I couldn't have imagined it turned out like this. Imagine what? The Lori's Direction debut would take place here, today, like this. Ouch! Show it, now. Okay, but still yourselves. This is the world of Lori's Direction. What the fuck? Is that a fire spirit, my nigga? Everyone, damn, that shit ass. Already did that. I've been doing something I call aura killing, where I get the kill with the sheath moves. Hey, nice. Bro, been styling all monsters. Well, so this is Dusky Bridge, correct? Quite a large bridge, isn't it? Your response, Miss Von Karma. Yes, well, It's fucking trash. It's a better drawing than I expected. Isn't it? Isn't it? I struggled to reproduce those flames. I really did. Yes, I'm sure you did. For the Merc Arkveld. Hey, yeah, let's go. Kill that fucking synthetic life form. That man-made monster. We don't like nothing but organic monsters around here. Except for Rathalos. We all hate Rathaloses. All my niggas hate Rathaloses. This is going to get ugly. No one has the courage to bring it up, it seems. This mysterious flying object. Larry... What? The burning bridge is fine. But what is that unfortunate looking figure? Ah, you spotted that. I thought you might. However much I might want to ignore it, I can't. It's Iris, of course. Iris. I wish she'd take better care of herself. We have to plan our future, you know. What would have happened to her if she had injured herself flying like that? Fine. Oh, Lord. Larry was seeing shit last night. He was huffing too much paint. All my niggas hate Lunastra and Basil Goose. Remember, and then take a break. Lunastra, Basil Goose. I have a homie named Remark who also hates Basil Geese. Y'all one the same. They always hate the fact that he's always spawning unintentionally in their quests and fucking with their hunts. And also, I understand the hate for Lunastra. Cause God, when that bitch came out in Worlds and she fucking she did the bond shit with Teostra, which would nuke the whole field. And then every time you would try to hunt a Teostra, his fucking blue fire wife would just come up and start whooping your ass for no reason. Like he can't stand on his own 2 feet. I love Basilgeese. Fuck you. Rather say, I love my B-52 bomber. Fuck you guys. You just don't understand like I do. Larry, please answer this question honestly. Okay. Are you really claiming to have seen this? Are you claiming to have seen a silhouette of the defendant flying over a bridge that was engulfed in flames? Yep, that's what I saw. That's why I drew it. I'm an artist, a real artist. I want Basil back in Wilds, man. It's crazy that they're probably, I feel like they're gonna add him. What's a better way to have, you know, I feel like Wilds is the perfect place to add him. Just have him just fly over shit. Just imagine you're already in the what is it called? Not the forest, but like the dunes. And you're fighting a Doshagama or a fucking Seregios or something like that. Or even Ray Dow and his thing. And then out of nowhere, just bomb run. Yo, Rim, what's up? How you doing? Hi, the girl, she's really high up in this picture. Yeah, what was that for? Shit. This is all a bad dream. If I was hitting you on the cheek to test the theory, and I was hitting you on the cheek to test the theory. You know, usually when people are dreaming, to test to see if they're dreaming, they usually pinch their own cheeks there, Francisco. But see, Basil's music is so good, he comes in, you hear the fucking air raid siren like this shit's about to get real. I want them to, if he does come, I want someone to make a mod where it's just the AC-130 above from Modern Warfare 2 every time he shows up. Like when you call it in for a kill streak. Please whip your own cheek from now on if you wish to test your wild theories. Anyway. No court of law will ever acknowledge that people can fly. Hold on, Mr. Judge. This is the same court that acknowledged spiritual possession. I don't think flying is totally out of the question. Danger close, motherfucker. And all of a sudden, we just get bombed and die. Blast damage makes an amazing comeback. Actually, there is some precedent for this. She was flying pretty high, my sweet Iris. She was about 30 feet above the bridge at least. It was really something to see. This has to be some kind of mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, please bring the witness back down to Earth. I ain't doing that shit. What? Me? This witness is your friend, is he not? Whoa, friend is a stretch. We're kind of in the realm of like he's a known individual. Accessory to foolishness, Miles Edgeworth. Let's get back to the cross-examination by force, if necessary. Miss Edgeworth, I expect you to expose the obvious contradiction here. Yes, Your Honor. Looks like I got another reason to remember this moron. Well, what do you think of my debut piece? Get that thing away from me! Larry sketch adds to the corker. Why y'all hating on my man? He just wants to be an artist. Now hurry up and cross-examine him. An artist, what do you think I was doing? Sketching a bridge. I was going to the art. I saw Iris flying with her white hood fluttering. Wait, what? Hold on. White hood. Just where did you see the sight from? Hey, no need to shout. When I was lying in bed, I was lying in bed in that rundown shack. The paragliding bolt made me realize that the bridge was burning. I just watched it for a while from there, thinking how nicely it was burning. Then after about 5 minutes, I saw it. The defendant flying? That's right. That's when I decided to go to the bridge. I see. That all makes sense. That don't make a lick of sense. Why are you lying to this, man? Aside from the sketch itself, the sketch doesn't make any sense. You just need to convince the artist that his work is ludicrous. The shock and awe I get from that I was feeling, I transferred it directly onto the page. Hold on. She said he had a white hood. He had a white hood. If that's the case, it couldn't have been Iris, because Iris gave her hood to Phoenix. Fuck Luna and her extended chin ass. Hey, you know what? I'm all down for everyone having a monster that they absolutely have on-site beef with. Mine is Rathalos. If yours is Luna, you are completely valid here. Unlike some people, and the rest of them, they may say that your hatred is not warranted, nor is it necessary, but always remember that if you have a monster that you hate truly in your heart, I, Gimma, will stand by your side and allow you to hate as you should. Let that hate fester and flow through you as you smite it down and make it into a new pair of Gucci boots. Larry, what did you really see that night? Not that I particularly care. In your position, that's just being irresponsible. I drew exactly what I saw. I'll give you a whole $1 that is the truth. If that's truly the case, then there is one thing that we can say for certain. What might that be? That the person who flew over the bridge could not have been the defendant Iris. I used to hate Devil Joe, but then all of a sudden he was very easy. Then I realized it was a skill issue. I think that's the best part about Monster Hunter. Your monsters that you have trouble with change the more you play the game and the more you get accustomed with your weapon. So monsters that you have trouble with before soon become like really easy once it all clicks and you understand their moveset and how your weapon works and everything else. I just hate Rathalos for the love of the game. What do you mean? I don't understand. Ah. A foolhardily folly of a foolish statement by an equally foolishly foolhardily fool. How exactly can you make this claim? Tell us, Larry. According to this picture, the individual whom you say you saw was wearing a hood, correct? Of course he was. That rundown shack is quite a way from the bridge. The hood is what told me that this floating angel was my Iris. The hood is my darling Iris, and Iris is my darling hood. What? It seems there are bigger fools in this world than the one at the defense's bench. Larry, there's something you need to be very aware of. On the night of the murder, Iris wasn't wearing her hood. I mean, not that you would know, you were in the fucking shack. She had given it to Wright as a gift. Are you going to change the story now? Perhaps suggest it was right who took flight? Or you finna break his heart. What are you talking about? I think you understand what I mean just fine. She don't like you. She like right. Why? Why did Nick have Iris's hood? What? Edgy, what's going on with Iris and Nick? Is that really what? Okay. Why you Nick, you dog? I do believe that this unbelievably mysterious sketch is destined to disappear, discredited, and discarded straight into the garbage. What is it now, witness? It feels like I've been waiting 25 years for this very day to come. Edgy, today's the day I completely stupefy you. What? What is the meaning of this outburst, witness? I hate to have to do this, but I have some definitive evidence. Definitive? Evidence? Iris did indeed come flying over the burning bridge. And I, Lawrence Dexnam, shall prove it. Okay, Larry. Top off, King. I didn't expect to ask this again. But we shall be needing the testimony once again. Tell us anything you know concerning the defendant as depicted in the sketch. And show us your evidence that this nightmare was actually a reality. Okay, I hope you're ready, Itchy. Because I'm going to feed you a whopping serving of pain. You've been serving us a whopping serving of pain this whole time. Trust me. When I reached Dusky Bridge, she was already gone. I was so worried, so I frantically searched all over for her. That led me to finding a beautiful crystal sphere, half buried in the snow. Wait a minute. That's the sphere from old girl's fucking staff. But what was it doing at Dusky Bridge? I'm sure that Iris was simply wearing a spare hood. After all, no one else could have lost a crystal sphere that night. A crystal sphere? This one. Pretty, isn't it? But finders keepers. That sphere. Where did you find it? Let me see. Around here somewhere. Looks about right. And it was half buried in the snow? Yeah, it pretty much stopped snowing by then. But there was still some falling as I walked to the bridge. The court accepts this crystal sphere. That's mine, okay? I want it back afterwards. You're not getting this back, dog. This is now evidence in a murder trial. You're never getting this back, Larry. There's something on it. Blood, nigga. Oh my. It's blood. What? Blood. Crystal sphere added to the court record. You ready, Edgy? By tomorrow morning, you'll be calling me Master Larry. Yeah, I like the sound of that. No one's going to push me around anymore. You about to get whipped, aren't you? Didn't you want to be called Larice Dexnam only a few minutes ago? I ain't gonna lie, I thought Francisco was gonna whip him after that. When I reached Dusty Bridge, she was already gone. I was worried and I tried to search for all over her. That led me to find a beautiful crystal sphere half buried in the snow. I'm sure that Iris was simply wearing the sphere hood. After all, no one else could have lost a crystal sphere. Would Edgeworth know about fucking Elise's staff though? I know we would, but would he? After all, no one lost a crystal sphere in the snow. I'm sure that Iris was simply wearing a spare hood. That led me to find that beautiful crystal sphere half buried in the snow. Half buried? It was sitting in the snow, and it was a little gathered on top of it. It was very hot to spot, actually. I mean, it was dark out too. I'm impressed. You did well to find it. No matter what you may think, when you look at me, I'm a pro, a genius security guard. Finally, Architect, he was a bit tanky. Hey, nice, nice. Yeah, you moved through that pretty fast, Ruby. I used the pin line I borrowed from my company to help me in my search. And it sparkled really brightly, as if it was saying, "Here I am," to me. It does indeed look very much like the crystal sphere on Iris's hood. But need I remind you that she was not wearing her hood that night? I'm sure that Iris was simply wearing her hood. It's my room crystal sphere on the snow. Okay, if it's not this, it's no one else could have lost a hood.
Objection!
Larry, that night, there was someone who lost a crystal sphere. There was? Who? Who was this stupid idiot? I like wound stacking. Mr. Lisa Nelson, the mentor to a stupid idiot. I ain't gonna lie, popping wounds is very fun on the monsters. I like the wound mechanic. It's not as, I guess, oppressive. I still have no gems nor talismans, by the way. Oh, you just raw dogging it. Bro just said, yeah, I'm just smacking it with raw damage. The only skills I have are armor skills. The victim? I have a photo of her here. Yep, there you go. And on the end of her staff, you can see a familiar looking crystal sphere. Hey, that's my photograph. Give it back. Ouch. A crystal sphere like that is quite easy to find. I have one just like that on my brooch. No, you don't. No, you don't at all. Unless I'm fucking up. Is the brooch the one on her neck? Yeah, because the other ones on her arms are called cufflinks. No, wait. Oh. They look nothing alike. In any case, please take a look at this. This is the victim's staff found at the scene of the crime. Oh, the crystal sphere. It's gone. What? 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 Just what does this mean? If anyone jumped or flew across the bridge that night, it certainly was not Iris, after all. She was not wearing her hood. More importantly, the crystal sphere was found at the landing site was not hers either. But that means the one who flew and dropped the sphere was the victim, Miss Elise Donuts. A fool alongside another fool on a fool's errand to reach a foolish conclusion. First of all, this sketch, which I prefer to call a scribble, is ridiculous. Is that a blood stain on the back of his shirt? No, I think the red thing is a paint. I think that's all paint. I don't think any of it's blood. People cannot fly, thus it is rejected. Hold on. Again, I have to say, Ms. Von Karma, I find it funny that you now completely disregard the supernatural. When we were doing the case where Pearl's mom helped facilitate a murder of a doctor, and we said that spiritual channeling cannot hold Maya accountable, you proved to everyone in the court that spirits and spirit channeling were then real. But now you're taking a stance that flying cannot happen. Okay. You can't do that. I saw it with my own eyes. And this crystal sphere, this is nothing more than a red herring. You honestly believe that? Give it some thought, and I'm sure you'll realize it as well, Miles Edgeworth. At least the next one was in her room on the night of the murder. There was no reason for her to go to Dusky Bridge. Actually, there was, because she was not in her room on the murder. She was looking for Pearl, because Pearl went missing that night. Again, I don't know why people aren't fucking figuring out that a 9-year-old is missing, but that's another story for another time. Therefore, this spirit cannot be related to this case. That is all. Alright, just talking out the side of your neck, huh? Supernatural, she says. Looks like her enemy stand user, she does. Miss Francisca Von Karma, the only people who will accept that explanation are scatterbrains and clowns. Why are you pointing at me? Because you're a scatterbrain or a clown. Pick one, nigga. The victim's crystal sphere was found near the bridge on the night of her murder. Yet you expect us to believe this has nothing to do with the case? That crystal sphere, it was probably thrown away at the bridge after the murder. After the murder? There is blood on the crystal sphere, isn't there? This naturally suggests that it was thrown away after the murder took place. The killer placed it there to throw the investigation off the scent, which is the exact reason that he drew that ridiculous sketch. What? You mean I'm the killer? No, All joking aside, just when did the crystal sphere appear near the foot of the bridge? Unless it can be proven in some way, I refuse to believe that this is related to the case. She makes a valid point. There's no evidence that at least in Les Hazukur temple that night. However, if somehow this crystal sphere can be proven to have been dropped before the victim was killed, then this case is going to transform into something else entirely. Your response, Mr. Edgeworth? I want your final opinion on this deposition of this crystal sphere. If it's not related to the case, then this witness, who you call, will have been nothing more than a monumental waste of time. Prepare yourself for some very appropriate punishment, Miles Edgeworth. Shut your yap. Can I prove it? Yes, we can fucking prove it. Can I prove that the crystal sphere was dropped before the murder took place? Hell yeah, we can. Can I prove it? That isn't the issue. To simply prove it, that's the only option. That's what he'd do. That's the way Phoenix Wright would do this. Objection. She a punk ass bitch. Your Honor, allow me to prove something to you. I prove that the crystal sphere is a vital link to solving this case. You will do that? That look in your eyes. You remind me of Phoenix Wright when he is cornered. That should come as no surprise. Because right now, I'm Phoenix Wright, and I'm indeed cornered. Not only that, but also, you should be fearing when I get cornered. Because every time you corner me, I flip this motherfucking case around on your ass. Every single time on Karma. So I have to bully Dashagama to get Ark's longsword. That's fine. No one cares about Dashagama. It's not like he's Dodogama. We care about Dodogama. We all love Dodogama. I order you to present your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Evidence that proves that the crystal sphere was indeed dropped before the murder. Is her staff in this picture? I mean, there's footprints here. Let's see here. Before the murder. But we do have... I'm pretty sure it's this, the crime. This crystal sphere, it was half buried in the snow, correct? That's right. If it hadn't stopped snowing, it would have been game over. I like Odo. I like Odo. His best dog. I ain't gonna lie, Odo Garon's fucking armor is the coolest I've seen in the more modern Monster Hunter games. Not as cool as Nargacuga, and I kind of wish we had Nargacuga armor in this game because I would like to see it in like wild/world graphics. I think it would look fucking dope. Plus, just like fighting Nargacuga. The snow would have totally covered it. That's all I need to hear from you, Larry. Your testimony makes one thing quite clear. What? When the crystal sphere was dropped, it was snowing, even if it was ever so slightly. Snowing. On the other hand, let us look at the scene of the murder. There's no snow on her. As proven earlier today, there's no snow on the victim's body, which led us to believe that she was killed, that body was placed there after it stopped snowing, which was like at 10:50. Therefore, the crystal sphere must have been dropped before the murder. What? Order. On the night of the murder, the victim did indeed go to the Dusky Bridge. And there, something occurred that caused the staff's crystal sphere to come loose. What could that have been? This sphere? There's some blood on it, isn't there? Was that the murder weapon? No, I mean, she did have bruises. They did say she did have bruises. So, did the killer beat her with her own staff? Allow me to raise a certain possibility at this juncture. The real crime scene was near the foot of Dusky Bridge. The murder didn't take place in Hazakura Temple courtyard. Only a fool would suggest such a foolish speech of absolute foolishness. You know, just because you keep saying fool does not make it any more true that someone's being a fool. It makes you seem more like a fool than anyone else, Von Karma. I don't know why you haven't learned this yet. Just who is the fool? And which part is so foolish, Miss Von Karma? Have you been paying any attention this whole time, Miles Edgeworth? The sister saw everything. No, she didn't. We've already debunked all the shit the sisters, quote-unquote, saw. She can't keep a straight face or story. She saw the victim being killed by the defendant in Hazakura Temple. She said she didn't see the moment that the person was stabbed. That's not exactly true now, is it? To put it more precisely, what she saw was the murder weapon being removed from the victim's body. That's the same thing. No, it is not. How are you a prosecutor? No, it isn't. Yeah, put her in her place. You said it yourself. Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from the body, that would be when the blade is removed. If that statement is true, then Dusky Bridge could very easily be the scene of the murder. A murder weapon was not removed, thus there was no bleeding. You are forgetting one vital thing, Miles Edgeworth. Least blood from the body was found in Hazakura Temple. On foot, it takes 15 minutes to travel by Dusky Bridge to Hazakura Temple. You suggest someone carried the body all the way there? No! I made it this far, and please take this to the end. I need to prove that my version of events is also perfectly plausible. Now the defense is ready. The court would like to have an explanation. Please show us a method by which the victim's body was carried to Hazakura Temple. By the snowmobile! Think about it. It's by the snowmobile. Because there's only tracks coming to Hazakura Temple from the snowmobile. And the sister said it takes 5 minutes to get to and from Hazakura Temple to the Dusky Bridge by snowmobile. We don't see tracks going, we don't see snowmobile tracks going to the bridge, but we see them coming back. And if Larry didn't take it back, right, someone else did. And Larry said he quote unquote saw Iris flying above, right? Flying above Dusky Bridge where the fucking crystal ball has landed. So, if, I'm just saying if, right? If the Iris clone, aka Dahlia, came over, killed old girl, had the fucking, she took the snowmobile. Old girl took the snowmobile. Old girl took the snowmobile. She parked it there. She then did whatever she had to do in the inner temple. Probably kidnapping somebody. Probably kidnapped Pearls. Alice probably went to the Dusky Bridge to search for Pearl. She probably saw Dahlia have Pearl. She killed Dahlia to keep her fucking quiet. I mean, she didn't kill Dahlia. She killed Elise. I don't know why I'm fucking up shit. She killed Elise to keep her quiet. And then she's probably then used to frame Iris. Did something with Pearl, hit her somewhere, probably in the inner temple. Because at this point, Bikini Bitch is out taking a bath. And what better way to keep someone isolated, both people with 2 hostages, than a bridge burning? She puts Pearls over across the bridge in the inner temple with Maya. They're both there right now. She goes right back over, somehow flying over a burning fucking bridge, right? Drives the snowmobile back up there, puts the body in the courtyard. It doesn't matter if she gets seen. She looks exactly like fucking Iris. That's who fucking Bikini Bitch saw, and that's why they're blaming it on Iris. Doc, you beautiful bastard. How you doing? Doc with the raid with 8 people. Welcome in, Raiders. How are you doing? Sorry if you heard my chaotic ramblings like a madman or a conspiracy theorist, but I am Gimmo, 1/4 of the amazing group known as the Hooligans. Thank you so much for sharing your community with us. Doc, how was stream? How you doing, my man? What'd you do? Did you have fun? And for the rest of you lovely people that came in with them, I am only, like I said, 1/4 of this amazing group, which consists of my bro Yame, the universal deity, his lovely thrall Nishi, who is responsible for all of our artwork and our model work and our Discord, and my lovely wife Squishy, who is the love of my life, the apple of my eye, and my cohort in crime. Duet Night Abyss Day 2 is good till it crashed. Damn. Not Duet Night Abyss crashing on you. Wait, is that new gacha game? I could have swear I've heard that before. I think my homie Gracer was telling me about it, and he showed me a couple of pictures of them. Did you stop following the breadcrumbs, Doc? There's only one way that the body could have been moved. The snowmobile. As we know, the snowmobile was used that night. Yeah, it's like anime Warframe. Hold on, wait, anime Warframe. I like Warframe. I like anime. Actually, no. Doc said, I followed all the breadcrumbs, actually. I followed the breadcrumbs into a crash. It was explained as having been used to dispose of the murder weapon. I think it was encoded problems with OBS. And it sounded like some shit OBS would do. OBS always be fucking up shit. I had a crash tonight so far. Our Swan Sword does have dragon damage, but Guardian does Shotgun does more damage. Every hunter's conundrum. The cool looking sword I want to use does less damage than the other sword that I don't like appearance wise. I have to use the other sword. Given you will love this game, then it's completely free unless you want to dive headlong into fashion. I do also like fashion, but I'm also a broke nigga, as some people would say. But I'm gonna check this out because I do like Warframe. I do like Warframe and I do like anime. I actually gotta get back into Warframe. I would say that I should get back into it, but then I gotta realize all the other games and stuff I want to do. It could also have been used to carry a body. Order. Yeah! This is completely unacceptable, Miles Edgeworth. What's unacceptable? Me whooping your ass in court for the umpteenth time? That's not unacceptable. That's just normal. Get better. Get your money up, not your funny up. You dug yourself into your own grave. Oh, here she go again. It's been fun, Gimma. Doc got me to play it last night, and I'm still playing it tonight. Okay, then I'm gonna check it out. It's called Duet Night Abyss, right? Rich in spirit, comrade. You damn right. I'm rich. What's it called? Fucking. What did Birdman and Manny Fresh say in Still Fly? I'm hood rich? Yeah, I'm hood rich. You dug yourself into your own grave. What do you mean? The only one who could have used the snowmobile was the defendant. She's the only one who moved the body. Doesn't that put the final nail in your coffin? You're too late, Francisco Von Karma. And in fact, the defense has proven something else entirely. You've shown that this case requires further investigation. What? Where was the victim at least done someone really killed? If her body was moved, whatever for. And finally, just what does this image mean? Do you even need to think about that? Such a creature could never see the truth, let alone describe it. Look at him with his goofy ass face. This witness certainly sits on one of the lowest possible branches of humanity. Damn, y'all really on this man. However, he would never utter a lie that could hurt a girl with whom he was enamored. Basically, he could never lie on a girl he was simping over. He drew this, so it's something that actually happened. The defense stands firm on this point. Itchy. Thank you. That settles it then. I cannot give a verdict under these circumstances. And you lost again. Yep, take it in. Yeah, look at you. Yeah, you keep slamming your hand on the desk. It's not gonna change anything. You lost again. You are bad at this. Hang it up. Retire. Turn in your cufflinks and your goddamn whip. You suck at this. Your daddy is rolling over in his grave in hell. Right. I seem to have fulfilled my part in this. It's just as I thought. Transition 1, Karma. You make a wonderful partner. Excuse me? There was one reason and one alone for me being here. To expose the darkness lurking in this case, and then pass it on to right. Really? That was what this was all about? You could have just told me from the very beginning. Then I wouldn't have had to have frenzies with me. Ouch! Miles Edgeworth, I don't care about what you were here to do. This was my chance to finally grind you under my heel. And you lost. And you lost. You failed. You fumbled it. I chose Arcs. You know what? You know what? Drip over everything. I respect it. I respect it, Ruby Head. A shame that your chances have slipped by you. What a shame. Frenzy! This is all your fault. No, it ain't. Don't blame Larry. He may be a lot of things, but he's not the reason why you lost in court. Cause he wasn't there when I beat you the first time. He wasn't there when I beat you the second, the third, or the fourth time. And he ain't here now that I done beat your ass again. You can't blame no one but yourself. If you need to blame somebody, blame your daddy. He didn't teach you right. He didn't prepare you for this. You ain't ready to play with the big dogs. You know, maybe you need to take a few time, take some time off. Play in the lower circle of court systems, get you a little bit more experience, and then you can come up here with the adults. But as of right now, I'm gonna need you to go sit at the kiddie table. I'm gonna kill those shit before I stop. I can't stop now. Bro's addicted to the game. I respect it. Such a terrible witness. You're in the frontal all lazy. Damn. Larry, dodge. I demand satisfaction. Shit. Larry, speak to me. Larry. I realize how long it's her whip because it's reached from across the room. Oh yeah, it can reach up to the fucking, it can reach the witness stand, it can reach the judge, it can reach across to the defense. She got a long ass whip. I cannot believe that the witness's testimony relates to an actual event. However, there has to be some sort of answer for the questions it raises. Have his words here today been truth or lies? Judge, hello? That's how witnesses work. Next time we gather in this courtroom, those are the matters that shall be addressed. I'm counting on thorough investigations by both the defense and the prosecution. I mean, you can count on us to be thorough in our investigations, but Von Karmas aren't really known for how thorough they are. They're just known for pulling shit out of the wazoo and trying to win cases by cheating. But when you don't got the skills to pay the bills, that's just how you gotta go. Oh my god, athlete screams, oh she looks so peak. I actually paused just to look at it. I mean, he is very cool with his shell on. And with this, the rest is up to you, right? Court is now adjourned. You lost again, Von Karma. Pack it up, you bum. Another day, another trial. Oh, snap. All right. Okay, not too bad. It's only 12:21. Not too bad at all, chat. Not too bad at all. All right, so, not gonna lie, I think my theory is still kind of on the nose. I think Dahlia is trying to set up Iris, and she's just somewhere in that fucking mountain. I don't think that Iris is Dahlia anymore. I think that Dahlia is just out orchestrating stuff to basically have her framed. I think she kidnapped Pearls. That's why we couldn't find her anymore. Because it would make sense. Pearls probably saw Dahlia. Dahlia tricked her thinking it was Iris. She probably kidnapped her. And then if what Miss Bikini is saying is true, then it's not Iris who she saw. It's Dahlia who she saw. Because if Dahlia was wearing the hood, it wasn't Iris. So that means now she had Pearl and Maya, who got kidnapped twice. That's crazy, but that's just how Maya do things. And is now holding them hostage over there in that inner temple, which I'm assuming we now have to go investigate. But that's going to be a next time thing. Once again, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me and kicking it with me. Shout out to Doc the fucking GOAT with the raid. Thank you for sharing your community with me, big dog. It's kind of crazy y'all came in here right when I'm about to end, but still, always enjoying having y'all. Shout out to everyone who came today. Corvus, Rhythm, Ruby Eyed, Venom, everybody who came in, talked, had some fun. We'll be back on Thursday with more Ace Attorney stuff. Like I said before, this is the final case. We're getting closer and closer to the end of a trilogy. Now, will I keep an unbeatable record, or will I fuck up and besmirch this legacy that we have built over across 3 whole games? I don't personally think I'm gonna do that because none of these prosecutors can personally touch your boy. But you know, you never know. We may be surprised. But that's something for next time. I'm gonna see you on Thursday when we do it. For anyone who's new, we do have a Discord in case you want to either talk more about the case or just hang out with some of the cool people that we have here today. It's a bunch of fun over there. We always be yapping and gabbing. We talk about games. We show art. And you should be putting in some very fire recipes in the Discord. And did I mention that Nishi made the Discord? It's very beautiful. She put her whole heart and soul and foot in it. It's really cool if you want to go over there. So I'm gonna just leave this link over here with y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you want to slide over into the Discord, you can. Also, did you know that one of our members here at HooligansHQ makes music? Yeah, the universal deity himself makes music, and it's fucking fire. My favorite track personally is Heartbeat, even though he consistently tries to hate on it. But you know, haters gonna hate. You know, real music connoisseurs know what kind of a banger it is. But y'all see for yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that also over here if I can spell. Bam, there you go. Now you can go and listen to some hooligan tunes while you're watching some hooligan content. And finally, we also have a YouTube channel. We stream it on here on Twitch and YouTube. We also have some fun. We also have some videos over on the YouTube channel as well that y'all can go check out. It's under Hooligan_HQ, where we can have full-length VODs already in the playlist for you. But we also have some of our long form content over there. We also have a shorts channel called Hooligan Bite Size. So if you like short form, funny content, we also have that too. All right, but that's enough of me, fucking doing the, the bit where I gotta, try and say y'all something. Who we gonna rate? You know what? Since we were already talking about Warframe, we gonna pass it over to Yoons, cause Yoons is playing some Warframe right now, and I don't know about y'all. I like Space Ninjas. I like Space Ninjas with big booties. So y'all go over there and y'all give Yoons some love. Once again, thank y'all for hanging out so much, and I hope to see y'all in the next stream, whether it be my stream on Thursday or with the universal deity himself on Wednesday. Either way, you're going to get some amazing content, and I hope to see y'all all there. But, like I said, goodbye. I love y'all. Peace.